Hello, everybody. It's me, and then everybody else, except for Sam.
I'm only here in voice.
Yes, Kate is here as well. You know. I don't have anything to talk about. Kate, what about you?
Go check out the Redbubble. Redbubble.com/shop/KR Theater for some pretty funky, cool designs. Like the Funky Casuals official logo. And our favorite intellect about we're familiar, Scribble. Yay! Go
Yay!
check them out. Yeah.
Uh, anyone else got anything they want to yell at me? Fair.
Bing bong.
Okay. So, last we left off, you all continued your journey to Hrungar, cautiously discussing the strange individuals who killed the Dominion operatives and pondered whether or not they may be allies. The conversation came to a halt when you encountered a felled tree across the road, which Sumaji began moving. You were ambushed by bandits, sort of, but the leader of said bandits was swiftly killed by Sumaji, which scattered the rest, causing one of the halfling member of the group, to run into the bushes and get killed by Tero. And after the fact, found out that they had little of value, except a strange ring, and that the bandits were pretty young. So, instead of leaving them on the road, Scooch suggested you all bury them. Or somebody did. But you buried them. We were continuing on your journey. A blizzard struck. Samira offered to lead the group and nearly led them off a cliff. And after backtracking back to the road, you made temporary shelter in the snow and bedded down for the night. During Tero's watch, he spotted a massive stone creature crossing the tundra, and it seemed to be made of the very same stone cliffs that you all nearly walked off of. Following day, more travel, and you found a skeleton on the road with an arrow in its head, carrying a bunch of worthless gold coins that wouldn't work on this continent. While investigating, one of the skeleton's hands scurried off towards the cliffs, and you all followed it for about 5 hours. After numerous attempts to try to change its direction, jumping at it, missing it, and even after changing its direction, it just seemed to turn around and go back towards the cliffs from where it came. As it reached the cliffs, it jumped off into the ocean. Scooch followed, and Scooch discovered numerous shipwrecks, about 50 or so, at the bottom of the ocean, just off the cliffs, including one called the Sand Runner, filled with ruined treasure and ill-clad corpses. As he explored, he heard a haunting song, causing the corpses to stir. Fled immediately, because, might be bad. And more corpses from the various shipwrecks began to rise and scale the cliffside after Scooch. And as you reached the top, with Abraham floating behind, another haunting melody was heard across the ocean, and all of the skeletons fell back into the ocean. So, that's where we're going to pick up. The skeletons, just as quickly as they leave the ocean, plummet back into the cold, dark deep. And everything is quiet.
You
Dang!
You all right?
Woo! Dang! Woo! You ever seen that many skeletons?
I don't believe I have. That was mental. There's
Woo!
a
There's
lot
a
of shipwrecks there.
there's a song. There's fucking Sand Runners, the name of the boat. Fucking creepy crawly followed him down. There's a song. I didn't look back. Whew. Ooh,
For
shit.
any
Wake you up.
For any of us, and by us I mean Sam, affected by the song?
Nobody was affected by the song, no.
Okay.
Whew.
What was that name again? Of the ship?
Sand runner is what I saw. Ugh. Oh man. Whew, that will wake you up in the morning.
Yeah, we might need to keep that in mind. Sandrunner. Maybe it might be in some history books.
It wasn't the only ship though. It was a whole ship graveyard. I think maybe the voice is, got some kind of power over those that run the sea.
Voices?
Yeah, there's a song. So I was saying, you heard the song. You heard the fucking song, right?
Justin, I am having difficulty remembering. I never went below the water.
No, but you all heard the song when they started climbing up the cliff face.
Right. Okay.
Could you sing it for us?
Pardon me?
Could you sing it for us?
Oh.
Remind us what the song sounded like, Scooch?
No.
There's just a lot of wind going on. I had trouble hearing it. What did you hear?
Yeah, it was mostly ethereal, like that type of stuff.
Dude, I don't even like you joking about it. Gives me the willies. Ugh.
Do we know if it sounded more feminine or masculine?
Feminine.
Okay.
And it is also night now. The sun is just about to set, so it's kind of like setting. It's just beginning to set. From the cliff face, you can see the ocean and the horizon, and it's just beginning to set behind the ocean. So it looks beautiful, aside from, what just occurred.
Can Sumaji go toward the edge again? The cliff.
Sumaji's gonna edge. Yep.
Always. And he's going to kind of get low, and he's going to get to the edge, and he's going to lean a bit forward, and he's going to try to expand his senses and try to recall this ethereal singing, if that rings a bell in any way, if it's of fae, fiend, or undead, like things that can sing and have potential control over the
nothing would trigger. I don't think anything would trigger those senses.
Sure. Cool. All right. All right. Well, that was did you find anything useful? Did you pluck any, what do they call it, booty?
No, I didn't. I did not at all find any sort of booty. I honestly, even, I'm pretty with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty with it. I can, intake a lot of information as I'm going, and I did not. I mean, I got the name of the ship where our little scuttle friend went to, and that seemed to be sort of the nexus of the nightmarish vocalizations.
Yeah. My question is, what was that one doing that far inland? Right? Like, we spent a whole day following this back.
Maybe it was just scouts?
I mean, why not have all the rest of them come and get us, right? If it was just scouting. But they gave up after, a certain radius or something.
I mean, I'm not an undead whisperer.
Right. I mean, you wouldn't be.
Are you trying to say something to me, Abe? No, I'm kidding.
No, I mean, neither of us are, right? I mean, it's not like any of us are liches and nothing.
Hold on, if there's some kind of magic to, account for, I might, have an inkling about what to do about it. Maybe get a couple of answers.
You know something about magic?
Do I know something about magic? And just
Yeah, I'm asking. Do you?
I'm telling you. If what? Come on now.
I mean, you started the sentence with a preemptive do question setup.
All right, come on, Samira, you're being gay.
Hey,
We
you're
know where Scooch was going. Right?
coming right in my neck.
Yeah.
Right in my neck. Listen, I just a real gut check I just ran through, and now I got you coming right in my neck. Right in my neck.
Sumaji, you are standing on the cliffside, right? Kind of getting a good sniff and look.
Yep.
You occasionally see a face just under the surface of the water, looking directly up. In multiple spots.
The same face?
No, numerous faces.
Are they
They're pretty
complete
rotten.
faces?
They're pretty rotten.
Okay. Somebody's gonna take the chain and run it across his hand. It's gonna drip some blood into the
Sumaji's
into the
corrupted blood.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just sort of like drips onto the water. And they don't
They
move.
congregate. Okay.
And then one by one they slowly begin to sink.
All right. Maybe. Scooch or Blanche. Did the creatures that you saw, the people, the sailors, if you will, right? Did their attire, did it match the attire of the creature, of the one that we saw on the trail?
It would have been like a mixture. The Sandrunner people were all wearing like silks. And then the other ships would have been like different garbs for like different climates.
Seemed like the clothes seemed to, vary from crew to crew. Like crews from, I don't know, from lands I've never been to. Like clothes I've never seen before. Like they all, drape themselves in fabric, just torn to shit because they've been corroded in the ocean. But, you could still see could pick out some fashion. A lot of bangles. A lot of bangles on the Sandrunner ship.
Right. So what if this is like outsiders, people not from here? They try to travel north or south, and I would imagine this is a more northerly direction.
I think it's simpler than that. I think people get close and it just pulls them in. Like maybe they think, oh, not our crew. We're good enough, and it never works. But if we got
Did you see any?
we feed it. If we got a boat,
Scooch, can I ask can I
Sorry,
bother
who?
you to potentially
Sorry, who?
Blanche?
Oh yeah, hey.
Right. Could you know what? And he's gonna like flex a bit, and as he does, those radiant wings are gonna appear, and he's just gonna fall forward and just plummet into the water. He will have yeah. He wants to take a look at the boats. He wants to just a surface level quick analyze of the boats, the status of the boats, like what they look like. Like destruction wise, does it look like something attacked them and they started to sink?
I remember from last week, you told me they're kind of fucked. Like they're
right.
Splintered all to shit.
Yeah, it looks like it was more catastrophic than just hitting the rocks.
Yeah, more than
Like they were
probably,
ripped apart.
Like more than the Little Mermaid ship that she was in.
Yeah,
Probably post shark
Okay.
attack.
Let's say
Post-shark attack.
it kind of looks like when they show like the ships that get fucked by Godzilla, and there's like huge like claw marks
Oh.
through them. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Oh,
So
you're talking potential kaijus?
yeah, so Sumaji
Yeah.
would have done like dive in the water, would have seen that, and not even waited. Just immediately would be going back
Oh,
up.
you dove into the. So you dove into the water.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
there's no other way to see the boats, right?
So yeah, you just see all these corpses just floating upright and looking
I
at
don't
you
know
as
what
you.
he's doing.
So you dive in, and yeah, all these ships look like they've been rent apart by like huge claws and teeth, and all these sailors are just still floating there upright, just looking around.
Yeah, man. I don't know why. Abe, I don't know who didn't just ask me a question.
I mean, yeah, he,
Gonna fly up.
I guess he doesn't trust us.
Wait, just not. I mean, you know, you don't know. You don't know. It's cool.
Right, yeah.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, hey!
Oh yeah. Okay, that's not obvious. All right.
It's not obvious. What
Sure.
are you talking about?
Nothing. Y'all had y'all's. Never mind. Look,
Oh,
I was gonna ask you, but then I was gonna ask you to go back under and see if you can like really get a thorough look at these boats. If
I'll
you
look-
did already, that's my fault.
I got the boats. The boats are absolutely fucked.
Well, yeah, but saying they're absolutely fucked doesn't really give a good description of what that means. So,
What more did you glean from the absolute destruction? Tell me what more you.
that's
You-
something that a large creature potentially tore these boats apart.
Oh, and they were fucked?
Right. But they were fucked is a sentence, right? But they were fucked up or they were fucked by a large creature
I mean,
in the
Hold on, you got that
metaphorical
much information?
sense.
Rose Gold.
No, it's,
Do you see any like cliffs or rocks around here that they would have crashed upon?
I don't know. I don't know what was going on underneath the surface.
Look,
That's
just
why I
look-
went and dove.
look. Wow.
It's a pretty clear ocean. There's no like large rocks sticking out or anything.
Could be high tide. I'm not a
Right.
sailor. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Are you? Are you
No,
a
I just
water expert?
I mean, I dabble. I dabble. I've fished. I have gone
In a
to
pond?
no on the
In a
fucking
lake?
in the big blue wet, my friend.
What'd you just call it?
The big blue wet. What did you
All
call
right.
it?
The ocean?
You sound
The
like
sea?
you sound like a fucking landlubber to me. That's what
Damn
you
right. Yeah, you're right.
judgmental landlubber.
I'm not judging you.
You don't got icy.
Okay,
salt
anyway,
water.
the point I was trying to make is we were coming up to a consensus of what potentially could have happened to these boats.
Oh, they were
The
fucked.
thought that I had was that they were destroyed in some way. Did they just run
right.
into the cliffside? No, something tore them apart. Something wanted them to be sunk,
Mhm.
specifically here.
Probably that same singing voice. That's what I'm saying.
Or you know,
I didn't
something
hear it
like
whenever I
that
went under.
giant that walked over us the other night. I mean, big giant, very recent memory this morning, practically.
I don't think it had claws.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Do
it's
you-
maybe.
what,
I'm
do you
thinking
need
maybe
claws?
it's
It
more
walked right
draconic in
over
nature.
me.
Yeah.
I could see its stone berries.
Gross. Look, anyway, I was just trying to ascertain. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not your bad. We can
No.
move on. Let's move on, right? Yeah. I think we've learned about as much as we learned from this situation, and we got like places to go today. I mean, we actually need to perhaps even start looking for camp for the night.
The sun begins
Maybe-
to dip below the horizon.
Let's get moving, and I'll bench this for conversation around potentially a fire.
Well, let's make sure we mark it on a map or something, because
I think that's a great idea.
I got it
You-
for you. Old shipwrecks.
yeah, if nothing else, we could maybe put some kind of ocean-bound rig over there. Maybe set it up. Maybe actually, answer the call of the big blue wet.
Big blue wet.
It's big blue wet, man.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Okay, man. You know what? You're a big blue wet blanket, is what you are, man.
I think.
Far from
Yeah.
blue, but sure.
I mean, he's definitely a wet blanket sometimes.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. All
The
right,
wet
all right.
blanket of the group.
Well, and I mean, in the parlay and sadness, what color would you say someone was?
Who's sad? You think I'm sad?
All the time. You are.
Yeah, you said person.
Sad.
Gee,
That's
you
the word
haven't
we're going to
stopped
use to
going
describe
through an
it.
emotional puberty since you were 14 years old.
Sure. You stay over there in your windswept voice. That the sea is cutting through your voice. I can't hear you, Sam. So
You know, you
Leave
actually seem like someone like you were getting a haircut, and then someone gave you a lollipop and just dropped it in like a big pile of hair, and then gave it to you, and you had to like someone dropped your lollipop. That's what you give off.
Someone dropped the lollipop in the hair they cut off.
Yeah, like so. It's,
and then I have to eat it,
well, I mean, you
Yeah.
or I'm just
I mean-
upset that that
Right.
happened.
Rose Gold, it's your lollipop.
Okay.
I mean, you got.
So I give the energy that I give
drop-
sad youth.
drop-
But your lollipop has a lot of hair on it.
you got dropped lollipop face.
Okay, I'll work on that, I guess.
No, I'm not.
Covered in hair and dirt and dead skin.
No, I'll work on it.
and-
Apparently, it's something I
dust
need to address with my
Listen, I'm sorry. I feel like we're
visuals.
I like your sad face.
Thank you.
it's
See,
like we're coming at you. I don't want this to be an attack on you.
Right.
no,
I'm
it's
definitely
certainly
coming at him.
not at
I'm
all.
definitely
No,
coming at him.
definitely
Okay.
don't feel attacked or pointed out or
I feel like a shit.
judged.
Sorry.
All right, we're,
I thought
we,
we were telling
Nope,
fuck.
not at all.
I got too riled up.
We-
I'm in ship shape. You
We
know,
all
when
got,
I'm in ship, you just say stuff, and I'm
You
sorry.
heard the singing of the big wet blue or whatever you call it, and you
Wet.
now you just act as salty as it tastes. It's
Damn.
great.
Oh shit! You know what? That you're holding the mirror up to me, and you know what? You're
Damn
seeing.
right.
I'm so sorry. That is real. I'm
When will your reflection show?
honest to goodness. I feel like a piece of shit because I did not mean to.
Or
Though you do have dropped lollipop face, it is not my place to point that out. I'm so sorry.
you keep bringing it up, so I think you enjoy
Yeah, I'm
talking
a true
about it.
sayer. I'm a true sayer.
Oh,
Say the truth.
you know what? You can speak honestly, and you could
Man.
still come off as a jackass.
Oh, that's true. You know what they say? You know, honesty without tact is cruelty. And I've
Exactly.
been incredibly
Not
cruel.
saying you're reaching cruel yet, but you are skirting that line sometimes.
It's kind. Yeah. No, it's it's a razor's edge.
And you know what? The visual that I'm getting right now, it even looks a little worse when I see a little bit of that dry salmon poking out of your beak a bit. It just kind of paints this picture. That little accent you got, that little dip sticking out, some of the words you say. Ooh,
No,
it's
but you,
given.
yeah. I'm open. I'm open to it. What is it?
Nah, it's given
Oh.
you enjoy to poke and prod.
Oh, pot stir. You're calling me a pot stir.
yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I do
Hot
feel like
stir.
you feel like it does take a stir to know one.
Yes,
Like,
I've
on
stirred
the
a few
Kale
pots in my
Black.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, we're moving, right?
Yeah, we were walking and talking.
I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
At the very
North.
least, getting away from the cliff
We're
edge. 'cause
going.
apparently
We're going
there's-
north. Yeah.
All right, so
I at some point during their interaction, I just lean over to Abe and I'm like, "This is what I've had to deal with for the last 20 years."
I mean, you don't need any entertainment, right? It's all in front of you. This is gold.
I'll just say
gold.
there was a reason I
Rose
started
gold.
going into town
as you will start
by
walking,
myself.
the sun sets, and after about an hour or so, you're only 5 hours out of Hrungar. But after about an hour of walking, you can see a light on the horizon. Not too far away, but like a light, maybe like a couple hundred yards away. There's a light that appears and then disappears, and then appears and then disappears in the direction you're headed. It doesn't move. It just stays in the same spot, and it appears and disappears, appears, disappears, and it's right along the cliffside.
Does that ring any?
Lighthouse, maybe?
Right.
Then as you get closer, is in fact a lighthouse.
This is sorry in the direction. Which direction? Is that
North, because you're going north towards Hrungar. So it's just on the cliffside. There's a huge lighthouse, about an hour away from where you saw the skeletons as you're walking.
What do you think?
Hey, maybe we can hold up there.
I don't
Yeah,
think I've
no,
ever
I
seen a lighthouse before.
It's a rule, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that a rule? If you go to a lighthouse and you have goodwill and you offer them a gift, you can stay the night.
Yeah, do we have any gifts?
As you get closer and
Funny.
closer, it's a tall lighthouse. It's probably like a couple. It's probably like maybe like 60 feet tall.
I didn't know they got that high.
There's claw marks all over the outside, like huge claw marks. And the top of the lighthouse is like shattered and busted, but the beacon is still like lit and it's still like moving.
Well,
Any of you curious on how that works? I am.
It's some
this seems
kind
like it would
of
actually be right up.
pulley or gears.
Like, is this something that would interest you? Yeah.
Well, let's see if there's anybody working it.
As you get to the base, the front door is just wide open. There's a little bit of snow inside the the ground floor of the lighthouse.
I mean, either someone's cranking that thing, or they got some other contraption getting that moving.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need a hand crank or anything like that. You could set up some, system of, moving water
Right.
or
Or
wind,
even,
natural energy.
yeah,
If you set it up right, you can get yourself a kinetic rotator that can, and he starts trailing off, just explaining the engineering. And
yeah, he
stuff.
starts to get into like the bits, and Abraham's just like, I don't know half the words you're saying.
Glaze over the eyes.
The claw marks are huge. They go it looks like one swipe goes the entire circumference of the tower. Judging by the claws, I'll let somebody make an intelligence check, nature check, survival check if they want, to see possibly to gauge how big this thing is just based on the claw marks alone.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Could
Anybody
you
wants to do it can do it.
Yeah.
venture to use investigation?
Yeah, any investigation, survival, nature, whatever
This
you
isn't-
want.
These aren't fey fiends or undead.
Oh, definitely not. They're like three. They're like let me see here. 5 long claw marks through the stone of the lighthouse.
Is it a 26, my dude?
26.
Nice.
6 survival.
6. You're leading everybody off the cliff again.
No!
I'm just
Makes sense.
walking off the cliff.
Makes
La-di-da-di-da.
Who all got above a 13?
Oh, I got
14.
just 13.
Or 13 or higher, rather.
Oh.
That's what I meant.
Aye.
That's what I meant. Judging by the size of the claw marks, whatever made these was probably 300 plus feet tall. And it looks like whatever it was, deliberately attacked this lighthouse and a means to fuck it up. Like the roof of the lighthouse is caved in a little bit, and the glass dome on top is shattered to shit.
I mean, considering what might have attacked us, this is pretty stable structure. Yeah? Wow.
See this. How close are we again?
Probably right at the front door at this point.
Yeah, let's I mean, at the very least, we can use this as some kind of.
And you've got
Temporary shelter, at least.
you've got 2 hours of travel if you want to keep going before you start getting exhaustion.
Abraham's just gonna, you said the door is wide open.
Oh, wide open. There's a pretty fine layer of snow on the ground floor, meaning nobody's walked through here in quite some time.
Abraham's just gonna knock and broadcast his telepathy. Oi! Anyone there?
Nothing.
I mean, either no one's home, or it's an ambush. Or they're just hiding out because they're scared.
Hello? We're coming to get you if you're inside. I don't think anyone's home.
Well, how? We definitely got to investigate then. Because how is this contraption working if no one's... I'm interested.
Well, like I said, you can set up a perpetual motion machine by having, elaborate, sort of weight distributing at a certain pattern or synchronous,
Step in and start walking in.
Okay.
There's one of these like, oh, okay, as walking past the lamp.
You walk in and yeah, it's cold. No one's been in here for looks a hot minute.
I think the one who runs this died, or is it just autonomous?
The ground floor has like a table in the corner with a bunch of like mugs on it, and you look in the mugs. It's just a bunch of like tea that's been frozen inside the mugs.
Abraham will look into it and then look back at the others and be like, guess that moves that out. And shrugs.
And there's just like a staircase that just blinds up the interior to the top.
Could I do a lap around outside to see if there's any, like, abandoned wagons or carts
Sure.
nearby?
As you do like a lap around around it, as you get to the back, there's like blood that is like trickled down the back of the lighthouse and frozen.
None of us know about it. We're just like, all right, let's go.
So yeah, Samira, you get to the back of the lighthouse, and right where like the top of the lighthouse has been like crushed and like broken, there's just like blood like that. It's like trickled down from there in like steady droplets and then frozen.
Can I see any hint of, like, a severed arm hanging out, or like a leg just hanging out, like through a crack in this building at all?
Make investigation or perception.
Investigation for or perception for severed arm.
Yeah, see if I can see if there's any frozen body parts or cadavers out here. I'm gonna go perception. 13. I'm gonna add my one of my racial abilities, which is knowledge from a past life, to add a D6 to that before you say something. +2, so that's a 15 total.
Okay, as you like focus on some stuff, as you're walking around the tower investigating, you kind of kick something in the snow.
Internally, I know what this is, but curiosity is getting the better of me. I'm gonna lean down and start trying to dig up whatever I kicked.
Just an upper torso that's been bitten in half and just laying in the snow.
Arms and head still intact?
Yeah, just no legs anywhere. Their face is just frozen in a scream.
That's great.
Cool. And because it's so cold, it's hard to tell how long ago they were killed.
Yeah, okay.
And everybody else is just slowly pushing into the lighthouse and looking around.
Hey, Mom.
Up the stairs.
I don't know if you're following the, like, should I say a prayer or something for this guy? And, like, Sammy's just gonna try to talk to, her mother.
Okay.
Not her mama, her mother.
Her mother.
Mm-hmm. Mother. Just try to get some advice for what to do while she's out here by herself.
Who knows?
Yeah. I guess, God's put your soul to rest, and I'm just gonna very awkwardly recover up the body with snow. Just kind of pat it nicely.
Okay.
And go back inside.
Okay, so you're all looking around, and then Samira comes in, and you're all on the ground floor of the lighthouse.
I'm just imagining Samira just going, oh, poor you. Rest well.
Oh, bless your heart. Go to sleep. Gone into the forever sleep. Yeah, she's just gonna come in and say, so be on the lookout for a lower half. Probably on the upper floors.
What do you mean lower half?
You know, like hips, legs, feet.
What you find? You got an upper half down there.
Yeah.
And now that you've all been like standing in here for like not a long time, but like enough time, you can hear like a steady like a weird noise, like something wet slapping something.
Yeah, I found like a torso with arms and a head. What the hell is that noise?
That's probably a perpetual motion machine. I was telling y'all about, something where you can, you set it up and you get the kinetic energy right, and all you really have to do is, maintain your the kinetic is to build up, and you just have to maintain, the belts and things inside of it. If it's got metal and it runs around, it can get. It's more durable material. You mostly won't have to worry about, getting too, built up or something. Sometimes you can do it like a funnel and some water, and you can get stuff going if you just, you do it the right way.
Right, yeah. Masquerade, what did they look like? Were they like old, young?
Oh shit, yeah.
woman?
Really old human man.
Like G, but in 50 years.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah, it's
Like sad and old and frozen.
There's stairs. I'm walking up them stairs. I'm going upstairs.
All right,
Bye.
Sumaji, as you start going up the stairs, the sound of like that wet slapping gets a little louder. It's rhythmic though. It's like
The flail comes out.
as you get upstairs, you can see like blood that is like long since dried, like pooling down the stairs from the upper floors. You see as you're climbing. Make a perception check for me, please.
Sure.
And then nobody else has to because you're all going to be behind Sumaji, so you're going to notice this no matter what happens.
Okay.
Is this relying on hearing or smell?
You can choose smell,
Can it?
but it's going to be sight. But you can choose smell for this because you are basically
Sure.
a big old dog,
Big old,
big old bloodhound.
big old,
Big
old
old
blood.
sad-looking dog.
yeah, freak dog. That's a 19.
19.
Hey.
You're about to step on a severed foot that's laying on one of these steps, and you just smell like old stinky meat.
Ugh.
And there's just a severed foot still in its shoe, laying on the step as you're going up.
Kick that to the side. Watch yourself.
So you all see somebody just kick a severed foot to the side as it just kind of.
Right, down you go.
I wonder. I'm curious. Yeah, fuck it. Tero picks it up and puts it in his coat.
Body part collector. All right, gonna loop. Gonna move a little bit slower. That
No, I don't think he'd do that. No, he's gonna leave it.
Yeah.
the rhythmic wet slap. It sounds like it's getting louder.
Yeah, the closer you get to the top.
Gonna go get a little bit lower, hunch shoulders. Gonna have the flail at the ready and slowly gonna hold it the chain taut so the chain doesn't rattle. And it was gonna be moving up and around, trying to keep eyes, ears, even taking smells of anything that could be.
Okay.
Like
As you get to the top of the lighthouse, the entire top of the lighthouse is like fucked. Blood splattered everywhere. That's since dried. And the mechanism is moving because there is a mangled lower half of someone's torso smacking against the mechanisms and blowing in the wind that comes through the ceiling, the open ceiling. So this person's like severed torso, lower half, is banging into the mechanism that causes the lighthouse thing to move. So it's not powered or perpetual. It's just the way this person got torn apart in this room. The wind is knocking their body parts into the mechanism and causing it to spin.
Wind powered. Right.
You guys sense if the body was not there, the thing would not be turning.
Like, they always theorize that perpetual motion actually doesn't exist because as you know, you have to. Energy is finite, so you have to if you pour in energy comes out. So,
Yeah, it's like an equation, and something's always lost.
Welcome all the way.
Yeah.
We can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transmuted.
Right. Yeah. Energy. Right. This is kind of what happens when your brain get the energy. I mean, same happens with food. You get the energy, not all of it just comes out.
Do you
Right.
think we should stop this?
Yeah, probably.
Well,
I mean, the lighthouse obviously isn't keeping shit from wrecking.
There is
What's
also like the lighthousekeeper's journal on the table too that is near here too, and there's like a bed, like a shitty little bed in the corner.
but how is it lit? Right? Like, what is that? Like, can I look closer and actually see, like, if it's like just an ever-present flame that's, and is there just a lens that goes around, or is it like a blinder that like blanks away the light and then and has like a reflector mirror thing? What are we looking at for
It's
like the
just
actual light production?
it's a bunch of mirrors reflecting off of each other.
Somebody should read that journal.
All right, if you go ahead, Abe.
Scoop
Wow.
kids. Scooped it.
Oh yeah. Abe goes to reach for it. Yeah. Oh yeah. What you got there, Blanche?
The first few pages are just soaked with blood.
Well, the first few pages are unreadable. Right now.
I mean, maybe I could try my hand at it, and I'm gonna try to cast prestidigitation
Sure.
to clean up the blood.
You clean the pages, but the ink would have been
Oh,
destroyed,
okay.
so it's just a blank page now.
Yeah.
But as you flip through
Bummer.
the book, it does seem like this is like the lighthouse keeper would keep track of the ships he saw. Like he was just he'd just chill up here and watch the ships, describe what he saw. That was his hobby kind of deal. He describes the Sand Runner on one of these pages, sailing, coming from the north. So it was going. It's a globe coming from the north and sailing southward. And he said it had colorful sails that he didn't really recognize.
Man, is there a date associated with any of the pages or the entries?
These are all probably they're all dated 100 some odd years ago. It also mentions that one night he heard screaming on the ocean. He saw something big descend from the clouds and take out a few ships. And that's the last journal entry.
Well, what do you think? You think we should leave this in place so that, that the lighthouse keeps on functioning? Because it doesn't seem it's had anyone, come around to replace or anything like that.
Maybe we
Yes.
could. Sorry, Scooch, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's a long time for no one to come check it out. If this is over 100 years old, man, this is in disrepair. No one's seems like an independent lighthouse, which seems kind of rare.
Yeah, judging by the book you're reading, it definitely seems like this was just just this guy's lighthouse that he made so he could watch ships and make sure they.
Watch the cliff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, there isn't a lot of trade. There's no trade between the other continents in this one, so most ships don't really leave. A lot of them just stay within the vicinity of the continent. So
Yeah, just only need and they're called like the ships that go along the coast. They're called like triremes.
Yeah, something like that.
Triremes. They're like Roman ships, generally. That
Yeah.
design where they don't go out into the deep ocean because they're.
I made the mistake in the Civilization game of taking it out into the ocean. Just like.
Yeah. But yeah, it mentions him seeing something big, impossibly big, descend from the clouds and take out a whole fleet of ships by itself. And that's the last journal entry.
Imagine that was our 300-footer.
Right, yeah.
And it descended from the clouds.
Yeah, I imagine it's
I mean, we all know what this was, right?
yeah.
It's a dragon.
Yep.
It is very likely a dragon that did all this. Now, you think it was the dragon or one of them other ones that's, a sibling to old Snowball?
Or a child.
Not much in the way of telling us that. I mean, if it's
The ancient white dragon you saw with Scooch, Sumaji, was nowhere near that size.
yeah, this is
In that,
this is probably
it
the
was
head
smaller or
honcho.
bigger?
This would be much larger than an ancient dragon, based
Oh,
on
okay.
the one that Sumaji and Scooch saw.
Yeah, it's which is Big Daddy.
So there's a couple, or there's a possibility of who that might have been, if the rumors are true, because no one has seen the Rime King. No one except his close circle has ever seen the Rime King, so people don't really know what he looks like.
Yeah, so he probably was spotted, realized, oh, the lighthouse man saw me too, or was pissed off that the lighthouse man built the lighthouse.
And then everyone
Just flashed him in the face.
everyone is also aware that the Rime King or the Dominion have outlawed all trade between the other continents, and he wants to be left alone. So you could see it as potentially him retaliating to something.
Seems like in death, this poor man was in revolution, or what is it? Just revolt to the idea of taking down his lighthouse, right? I mean, if the journal is to believe, this lighthouse was this person's it was alive, right? They worked on it their whole life, and even in death, they're keeping it going. So I say we keep it going, not touch the body.
Maybe lay partial to rest to a certain degree. I don't know how that works.
I can show you where the top half is.
You know what? We just leave it where he lays. Let his spirit run free and keep this lighthouse going.
Well, I mean,
Let's see.
I know it's been a while, but eventually, the parts of this, they biologically speaking, they are going to deteriorate at some point. Maybe at a slower rate, but it will eventually come apart.
Oh, any of you seen
I hear what you're
seen
saying. I know what you're saying.
any of you seen ghosts before? You think? And he kind of looks around. Do you think there's anything at play here?
I've made ghosts.
What, you actually see the souls as they leave their bodies?
I wish.
I
Have
don't
any of you
know.
ever seen a
Never
I don't think I believe in them.
I've always heard stories, right? You hear the stories, but if there was a place where there would be a ghost, you think that this would be a place, right?
No, probably the woods that we left and behind. Yeah, they're amuck with undead. So
Right, yeah, but
You just saw skeletons, but Samira doesn't believe in ghosts.
I mean, skeletons are physical. You can touch them, and
Yeah.
they're invoked by magic. But ghosts are like
We've
floating
seen-
souls that are incorporeal. I don't think that's viable.
We've seen skeletons. We haven't seen ghosts.
Exactly. Animated skeletons are real. Ghosts
The-
are not.
The wooden steps that lead up to the lighthouse creak and groan a little bit.
Nah.
Pissing them off, Samir. So.
Yeah. You know what them stories say.
Speaking ill.
Yeah.
How am I speaking ill of the dead by just denying the existence of a corporeal spirit in this plane?
Right. If
Exactly.
if spirits and ghosts exist, you know, we're leaving your lighthouse intact. We're not gonna jumble anything around. All right, we'll keep it going for you. Yeah. And he just kind of looks around and just starts going down the stairs and looking at everybody. Or like make camp at the bottom.
What? So. Sorry, refresh my memory really quick. Is there like a main focal point for where the light is shooting from? I know there's the mirrors, but is there like a main?
Yeah, just like kind of like in the dead center of the mechanism where all these mirrors reflect, like directly in the center.
Now is it so like? Is it just like the whole thing wouldn't spin, right? Like you would just have you would typically, if I'm thinking of lighthouses correctly, like old timey, there would be like the light source would be in the center,
Yeah.
and then the reflective parts would be the parts that move around.
Yeah.
Pointing. Okay. Can Sumaji quickly touch the center and cast light? He wants to make it
Yeah.
a more amplified light source
Nice.
for at least for an hour.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. The
And
wet
he's gonna
as you
hit
do
the
that,
center.
the wet
Yeah.
slapping you heard just kind of stops,
Oh no.
and the body stops like moving on the mechanisms.
Oh no.
See, what did you do?
Well, I think he just said that he was gonna run the lighthouse. I think that's your life now, Rose Gold. You gotta run the lighthouse.
know what? I can fix this place up for sure. I'm calling it, y'all. This is gonna be my last calling. Sorry about it. Good luck in Hrungar and all that.
Well, all right. I mean, as a parting gift, I will help you spruce this place up, and then I want to start looking at things. Anytime there's like 1 square foot, I'm gonna cast mending and start
Okay.
patching.
Sure.
If I
Just
get
gonna delete this encounter then.
Oh.
there.
But he will put
For-
in Celestial. He will say something as he puts a single gold coin in the spinny part. He
Yeah.
lit that up with the light, and like beneath that, he will put a single gold coin.
Okay. As you
and say
place
something in Celestial.
you place the gold coin in, say the whatever you say in Celestial,
Prayer.
and the gold coin just gone.
So Lex, what'd you say in Celestial?
You speak Celestial. Oh no! Oh no! He would have said a.
Give commands to.
He's.
Uh,
Okay, I need to look this up really quick because I need to double
Yeah, I was
check.
gonna say you've been hearing me say commands to the pooch in Celestial.
Oh, that is true. I forgot.
Which, by the way, I skinned as Latin, but
Yeah, that
spoke-
makes so much sense to me.
That's fun.
Essentially, he would have said something along the lines, "May the gold patron's fortune shine upon you," and the gold coin would have been placed.
You all briefly see something move out of the corner of your eyes down the steps. It looked vaguely human shaped, just down the steps outside.
Where's Marzipan?
I'm right here.
Like, what?
Standing directly
Right.
behind you, just
Yeah, right. So what was that?
a ghost.
There's no such thing as ghosts. It was probably just a trick of the light.
Right. Well,
Yeah, don't delete that encounter too soon, Justin, because you're gonna have somebody over here pissing it off.
Aaron's gonna 1v1
Nope.
the Spectre.
ghosts are awesome. All right. Well, make camp for the night,
Yeah, I think so.
and then shove off to Hrungar in the morning. We can probably get there like by midday at least.
Yeah, you guys got like 4 hours left to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for me. Scooch, you want to focus some of that fixing energy to patching up some holes downstairs?
Absolutely, that's what I'm gonna do. And then you see him pull out a tool belt.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh?
My God.
Mystery
Sumaji's gonna look
mouse
over all
tool
the while he's working. Sumaji's gonna be like this, just watching and making snide commentary occasionally. Words of wisdom.
Bing, bing, bing. See him just smack the wrench against stuff, and it starts to like close by itself for a minute.
Sumaji will spend some time with Blanche on holding different pieces up to create like so at the very least to have the bottom area to be more
Yeah.
secure.
Are you guys also like working on sealing the huge fucking hole in the side of the roof?
And yeah,
Yeah, you can probably do
Yeah, we
it
can.
with mending and stuff. Like the stone's all like collapsed inside from the damage, so you can just kind of like put it back into place and mend it.
you know, like close like a trap door from the top stairs, so that we can have like some sort of insulated.
As the two of you are doing this, you do find a massive tooth stuck in the stonework. About like yay big.
Jeez.
It's just a molar.
Massive, like it's a massive fang.
Now, would this be? So it's a like organic material, like
Yeah,
bio-
yeah. It's about like it's like pretty big. I'd say it's probably like almost 2 feet long, and it's about 15 pounds. Just this one tooth.
So it's akin to like an ivory or a pearl.
Yeah.
So does it have any opalescence to it, or is it only a stinky tooth?
No,
Or
it's like a well taken care of, very sharp fang
That's
that just came loose whenever this thing attacked the tower, like by clearly biting into it and ripping it apart.
It's a frightening visual. Like dragons have like shark or rose teeth where they can just it's like a new set of teeth just grow. Ooh.
It's a good idea.
Magical creatures, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna get some rope, and I'm gonna wrap it around the tooth, and I'm gonna pretty much strap it to my back, underneath my cloak.
Oh dang! Okay.
I got a tusk. I got a mammoth tusk, a polar bear fur, and I'm about to have me a tooth. I'm gonna commission some armaments.
Yeah, get an idea of what you want these armors to look like, because I am getting updated character art at some point. Once you
I don't
guys
know what the fuck
adventure
the tooth
some
is gonna
more.
be used for.
I mean, you might want to culture a relationship with your resident alchemist.
So
or
keep
artificer.
notes of like what you're collecting and what you want to maybe have your new appearance look like. You got a polar bear skin rook that you stole from the doctor's house in Nelduin.
I have a mammoth tusk.
Man, you're starting to look a little overweight. I feel like we had like a
Whoa!
I
Whoa!
don't
Whoa!
think
Whoa!
he's
Whoa!
called you fat.
We've been doing all this,
Yeah,
all
no.
this heavy lifting.
Wait, what is it? Encumbered? Is that was over encumbered?
There you go.
Heavy stuff. Oh shit! I'm checking.
It's fine.
Wait, what's fine? What did I say?
You know what? Nothing. It's fine. I'm no big deal. I get what you meant. I'm not over encumbered though. I'm pretty beefy.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, when you get all snowballed out, I'm just saying. But if you ever need, Penny Pup, she could always carry stuff. Penny never gets tired. Penny is a good girl. Penny is a good girl. She
I
never gets tired. Ha ha ha! Bark bark.
I was curious what Tero has for in terms of equipment. He's only carrying 1 pound of equipment.
Right.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah.
The clothes on their back, and that's about it, I feel like.
A dagger
Yeah.
Maybe some coin.
and the malice you gave him. It's all he's got.
Yeah. Look, oh.
And his money.
I do have...
And I'm
That's
pretty
so
sure that
funny.
dagger isn't even an actual dagger. It's like a.
No, he lost.
Like
He
a big
lost
ship.
the
Oh, okay,
It
okay.
went down with the Yeti when it fell into the chasm.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Like the because Sumaji.
Yeah, and because he threw it at it and then it fell. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, baby. Can I
Yeah, what's up?
commission something for you? From you?
I don't see why not.
How are you at sculpting?
Sculpting. Oh,
It's a sculpting project.
all right. Well, I mean, I like
Something
what-
real simple.
Yeah. I mean, give me a crack at it. What you got?
Alright, so I got this ball of clay, and for a new spell that I picked up, I need this clay to be turned into a hand. Can you do that?
You know what? I'll give it my best shot. All right.
Alright, I believe in you. You got this.
All right.
You can do it. Maybe this break into a new media will get you out of your art block.
I don't have an art block. It's an exploration. No artist has ever done. You know. It's
Mhm.
always you're always developing something, right? I'm still fresh, new. I need to figure things out a bit. Thanks.
You're welcome. Now take your time, no need to rush. Just have a crack at it.
Right. He just starts to rapidly try and get it as quick as possible. And he's like really kind of using his own hand as reference.
I mean, well, you're the artist.
And then as he's starting to do it, he'll look to Samira and be like, "Does it need to look like a humanoid hand?"
I mean, it just is in the shape of a hand. Let me delve into my
Oi.
my. 1 second.
Sorry, I'm not hearing anything. Is that me?
Hello.
It might just be you. I can hear.
Hello?
I can hear
Hello,
Kate.
check.
Yeah, I can hear you, Kate.
Okay, cool.
Hello?
Yeah, do you hear me?
Oh, okay. For some reason, stuff went wonky there. I think we're good now.
Love stuff going
There we
wonky.
go. Yeah.
Check.
Okay. Yeah, just a miniature hand sculpted from clay is all I need.
Right. You're just gonna do that.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Sweet. What's this? How you reckon this? And it's like it's a hand that it's essentially his hand that's like doing this with the nails and everything.
Nice. Yeah, she's gonna. We're about to take a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to see what it does, we can go outside and test it out.
All right, I suppose. Yeah, you know what? I'll buy it. Let's do it. I mean, the albums they're busy. What, mending, fixing this place up? Let's try it out. Let's see.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I know what you're doing.
Are there's no trees nearby, are there?
Hell no, it's the tundra, my friend.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Then I'm going to.
It's just
Okay.
grass, and it's like grass and bushes and snow, and the occasional
Okay.
rock.
Then I'm gonna take the hand. I'm gonna chuck it like 20 feet in a direction, and
Off the cliff.
then out. Not off the cliff. You know what I mean.
What?
Any direction on land within
Sure.
30 feet of me. Like 20 feet to the east,
Sure.
let's say. And then from where it lands, a medium-sized creature hand from compacted soil rises and starts like reaching out from the ground trying to grapple a creature, and just starts like clawing at the ground from where the miniature hand landed.
So it's made of soil, so like the
Mhm.
snow
Yeah.
like, goes
Yeah.
like the snow is just kind of like
There's-
on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Okay.
As I cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
What you doing with that?
Well, it kind of works better when there's someone nearby. Because like the idea is like it can grab onto someone, I think, and then
Yeah.
crush it into
Right.
the soil that the hand is made of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean it looks right creepy. I think that's because I made the sculpture that way.
Yeah, you know, in my head I wasn't imagining just 3 fingers, but I think it
I
kind of
mean,
works.
yeah, I mean if the shape itself is dependent on the statue, we can make it like whatever hand type you want.
The
Right? We
shocker.
can make it a talon, or like
Do you think
a
we
big
should give it 10
middle
fingers?
finger to the establishment. You know?
Man.
Oh, I was thinking just give it extra fingers.
Yeah, we could give it a whole bunch
thumbs.
of fingers, all thumbs.
Oops, all thumbs. Yeah, so, yeah, maybe this will be a help to, like any creatures that run around really fast. But I think I
Yeah.
can also move it. I think I can have it come. Oh no, it just stays there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it could be useful against creatures that like run around a lot or like helping out in like big groups. Because I think it'll like grapple something and just hold it in place while also crushing it into dust.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys that we were fighting, they only had like melee weapons, right? So if you grab them, we could all just stand back and just be like pew 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 with whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, safe.
Mm-hmm.
Make them feel bad before they die.
Yeah. Just make them feel real helpless.
Right. Speaking
Or I
of,
could use it to bully G.
speaking of, Masquerade,
Hmm?
what do you think about like the altercation yesterday with them bandits?
I mean, I kind of wish we talked to them first before G started shooting.
Well,
You know what I mean?
well, let me tell you this. When I was flinging out them coins, I mean, I was just luring them in, right? I don't think any of us actually gave them a good look to see how young they were.
I certainly didn't. I was hiding in a bunch of trees.
Right, yeah. But anyway, I mean, we're all outlaws. I mean, especially, me and you. Right, we've always been on the outs. I've been smuggler, you've done some kind of nefarious jobs based on what you said.
Minor B&E and robbery, yeah.
Could have been, I mean, them kids the other day. Could have definitely been you, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think we got to think about it a bit. Maybe figure out, like, what we're doing this for and what kind of allies we could get. Because it seems like them kids maybe they just hurt as much as us by the Rime King.
Their age?
Oh,
Definitely.
definitely. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Anyway, I just figured I'd mention it. I'm mulling over. I had a nightmare last night about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, very likely it could have been because I ate that kid's brain because I was hungry. But yeah, it messed me up, I think.
Sorry about it.
I mean, don't think nothing of it. I mean, I get bad, like, most of my dreams are just other people's memories, to be honest. So, yeah. Anyway, that's a nice trick you got there, and I'm happy to do any more sculpturing for you in the future. Okay?
Thanks, baby.
You got it. And he'll just do a light punch into the shoulder.
Okay.
I'll do a slightly harder one out of just habit with G. Like, oh, sorry.
He takes it and it's just like, right. and then you like turn that shoulder away from you and then you close it.
It's just a 14 strength. Just like, come on. Just Charlie horse right in the elbow, right in the upper arm. Force a habit. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Barely, no marks. We're good.
Oh, yeah? You good?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Insight check.
Do it.
That's an 8.
I mean, yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry again. Didn't mean to. All right. I'm gonna play around with this spell a little bit more, see if I can figure out if it worked, how it's working.
Yeah. Well, if you want any more help, feel free. I'm here.
Thanks.
Have fun.
I will. And I'm gonna start trying to get the hand to just throw clods of soil across the way, see if I can get it to do other things.
Sure. It functions as the spell says, so you can't really use it to like manipulate things.
Just like clawing sadly.
Yeah, essentially. Anybody else doing anything before the night comes to an end?
Hey, G,
Yeah. What's up?
we cool, man? I was just fucking around. I'm not trying to have you be pissed off or anything.
No, it's
Pressure, no pressure. I don't want you to feel, I just feel bad.
my skin is thick. I'm not.
Even when you're not all snowballed up?
Even when I'm not snowballed up, you're right. It takes a lot more. I understand where you're coming from.
I just, I got, my friend Jeff. Like, I got him, and he's, he'd say, like, no, I don't care. You make me eat slugs sometimes. And then, because he'd, like, do it, and he'd be like, give me $1. Give me $1. To eat slugs. And we'd throw money at him, and he'd eat slugs. But he, like, found him just crying one day. He was out by the dumpster throwing up slugs. He's like sad about it, and I was like, "Oh damn, Jeff!" And he's like, "I don't know why I do it." I don't know why I do it. I want the attention.
Yeah.
And I don't want you, suffering alone or anything, if we're coming too hard at you. I know sometimes I get to going and, I just don't want you to feel like, fuck these guys. I'll just fucking go eat slugs.
No. First off, I would never allow myself to consume slugs.
I know.
Out of necessity.
That's a Jeff thing. That's a specific Jeff thing.
But I appreciate you checking in. No, I'm pretty good.
All right. Okay.
I didn't want to mention yesterday with those people. You seemed pretty.
What was that about? That was wild, dude. Like 1 second they were like, "Give us your money," and we could easily beat the shit out of them. Then you like ripped them in half, man. I'm a little worried that I was a little worried there might be. We say sad and we're joking, but like.
No, I mean there's a.
Man.
I think, from what I can tell, aside from Tero, I think the group.
Hello.
Shit. Okay. Hello, Tero. Right. So I think aside from him and myself, most of y'all have seemed to skirt through this relatively unscathed to some degree.
Well,
Not really dealing with the harsher side of things.
Oh, I mean, you can be harsh as you want. You just don't gotta. I'm just saying, there's sometimes.
So we can imagine it like this, all day, every day. I'm not going to apologize for the actions that I took, because in the long run, there's a way that people can react to certain situations. I get it. They were probably desperate. They probably needed help. They probably just needed a couple coin to make it through. There's other ways to fucking do it.
Yeah,
because guess what? You're going to corner the wrong people, and those people are not going to be nice. They're not just going to beat you up and send you on your way.
So are you saying you're teaching them what didn't get torn in half a lesson to not just roll up on a rando and ask for coin? Is that specifically what you're saying? I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it is. If I'm being quite frank, because
you're for an educational purpose in this world, for them that survive, they now have the knowledge of don't roll up on a rando that you can't kick their ass.
I mean, I transformed. I turned, and they still continue to push. That was your first warning. I mean, that's a pretty big fucking warning, if you ask me.
I mean, I gotta tell you.
I mean, y'all didn't hesitate to fucking knock me out whenever I first turned, and I get it.
Well, I mean, but we're okay. Well, okay. That I hear what you're saying. And I want to take that in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a valuable service for them what survive.
Right.
I think teaching them how to get it, how to maybe take a step. It is a steep lesson. That is a stone cold steep lesson. And I was talking about you being over encumbered. For me, I do think there is a limit to the amount of souls that I can fucking fly with, personally. I think there's an over encumbrance that I am not specifically willing to go, specifically towards them that haven't done me harm. And I'm telling you, I hear what you're saying, but I do think the coins that that BB had sprinkled around, I do think that them would probably have been that'd have been our whole cost for that interaction to walk away from.
Look,
I do think I agree with you that the lesson that you taught was probably an invaluable one. It also would have only cost us, I don't know, 5 gold, 6 gold.
Yeah, and
Pretty sure we could have lied to them. Was what I'm saying. They didn't seem like the brightest candles in the pack. You know what I mean?
sure, and
I guess
I've learned and I've seen that typically, let's say hypothetically, let's go back in time, right? Let's say we would have made that choice. We would have told them, hey, we only got this much gold to spare. Take it and be on your way.
right on.
You know, and that person, or maybe we even beat the shit out of them and we sent them on their way. Maybe we even were nice enough. We beat the shit out of them, taught them a lesson, and we even paid them for it. We paid them for our services to beat their asses, right? And then we send them off. Okay. That there's not going to be a lesson learned there. From what I could tell, there was not a lesson learned. That leader, point blank, I felt deserved the justice that was brought upon him because he wasn't going to learn. He wasn't going to change his ways because he literally he watched me turn into a fucking creature, a massive scaled dragon, to put it bluntly.
Yeah, but you got control when you're that guy.
I do.
Are you sure?
I do. Sure. I mean, I can transform right now if you want me to.
I mean, I don't know if I'm.
There is a. Okay.
You seem to flip.
I do. There is because it's part of it's a that side. I think everybody possesses a little bit of a more primal. You know, when you're thinking of survivability.
Oh yeah, no,
keep yourself safe.
I mean, you wake me up if I haven't had my coffee yet. I mean, don't talk to me.
Now imagine that, right? But you can harness that into a physical manifestation, but tenfold.
I'm just saying, when it comes to those split decisions, I appreciate that you're on our side.
Right.
But I think we all can wander this land with a little more, extending a little more grace is all I'm saying.
Okay,
Because
I'll give a countdown to next time. How about this? Next time, if I transform, if I decide to shift, to show dominance,
oh hell
doesn't
yeah,
work.
No,
I'm gonna count. I'm gonna lift my hands up, and I'm gonna slowly count from 10. And it's y'all have 10 seconds to change their mind or to change mine.
Counting's gonna fuck you up because I can go.
I can barely count to 5, so yeah, you're right.
But I gotta, you gotta do that. What if we have like a safe word? It's like fuck them up, like I got with Penny. I'm not trying to say that you're like a dog or anything, but I'm saying like you can act like, hey, y'all cool with this? Like we put you in the red, dial you up to 10. Because I mean, I feel like having like a group consensus of fucking people up. It's just I just don't want you getting put into situations, and I want you to live how you want to live, man. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Like that sucks. I'm not here to police you, man. I'm not what am I a fucking cop? No way, man. Fuck that shit. I'm not telling you how to do it.
Then that look, all that aside, a safe word probably is the best way. Or a trigger word, or whatever you want to refer to it as.
Whatever.
A Sikkim code. We could do it. Figure it out. Y'all tell me. I'm down.
I'll tell you this. I will say this. If they got knives drawn or they got weapons drawn, yeah, we can do our best to de-escalate. And I suppose if you have to decapitate to de-escalate, that's one way of doing it. I'm just saying.
Maybe I won't go for the jugular next time. Maybe I'll try to I don't know.
Dude, disarm them all day.
Maybe dishand them.
Exactly. There you go.
Well, you can live without one hand. I've seen people do it.
Of course.
Yeah, see?
Absolutely.
I killed one of them too.
Yeah,
see, that was an accident.
No,
Well,
I didn't. You're really good at what you do, and I'm really good
I
at what
saw
I
you
do.
kill someone, so I figured it was fair game. As I said,
Okay.
if you guys want to kill somebody, I'm game. Whoever you want to kill, I'll kill them.
We'll
too.
have a word for probably more specifically Tero and I, probably some kind of phrase that y'all say,
Kill 'em.
and that is when the hounds. There you go. Yeah, I mean it can
Kill
be that
'em.
simple.
It could, it doesn't have to be complicated. I just want to make sure you guys feel empowered to do what you want to do, while we're all still, at least on the same page. Because it'll do a number on you to. I would like to limit the number of children that I bury while I'm hanging out with y'all. I'd like to severely limit that number. If we could stick with just the 2 we buried, and then we don't kill any more children, that'd be dope. That'd be pretty cool.
All right.
That flavor would taste just about right to me. We didn't have to kill any more children. However, I want to put this caveat out there because I know as soon as you say something like that, the moment I say that, there's going to be like spaghetti children coming to try and get inside us or put us in a big pot, some kind of ironic twist like that, and just screaming like al dente as they like throw us into like water or some shit. That's just how it works as soon as you say something like that. So I'm just going to say, obviously, caveat, spaghetti children, I'll bury as many of them bitches as I can. But,
Perfect.
But given that obvious comparison, and you can go ahead and just copy and paste that shit across any sort of food-based children or any sort of like demonically possessed urchins. If they,
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cover bases while
We're
still
here.
not sounding like a hypocrite. You know what I mean?
We're right here. Yeah.
Got you.
We got it.
Oh, man, you fucking I'll tell you this. You can fix a hole, man. This is pretty good. This is some good fucking work. I'm seeing.
Good at filling holes. You're right.
Dude, we're fucking. This shit's gonna be.
Tag teaming it.
Hell yeah, it's nice. It's
Here,
good.
double high five. We stand face to face. Double high five like that.
Boom.
Go.
Yeah.
I've seen that tower before.
Yeah, no, it's a ghost tower, man.
Yep.
There's ectoplasm everywhere.
Everywhere. I
Oh,
can smell it. Oh, speaking of Justin, can I sense
What?
if there's any? Can I sense any ectoplasm? To be
Yeah,
honest,
it's everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Cool. That's it for me. That's all I got.
Alrighty.
So as everybody like coalesces to the nighttime rituals and bedtime stuff, and once everybody's like kind of in the same area, able to just be like, "Oi, I got an idea. I've been thinking about them, them kids from the other day, and like I feel like anyone that's not wearing, the Rime King's colors, maybe we just start out non-lethal. Like knocking them out, or just bringing them, and them. What y'all think about that?
Wait, so you're saying we're gonna start with like a blanket statement, like if they're not with the Rime King, they're with us, just to start.
Right. I mean, if
That's-
they're not with the Rime King, they're potentially an ally.
Well, like we go easy on them for the first round. You get a gauge of their motives.
Yeah, I don't have too big a problem with that, but they keep coming at us, and also okay, you know what? Yeah, shit, that sounds like an easy enough place to start.
I mean, because even if let's say we have a bar fight, yeah,
No, I mean
it happens easy enough.
Mm.
I've been in a number myself.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, most bar fights you want to be non-lethal because one, you don't want to carry that attention that the blood brings, but it's like
Maybe this is where
Why?
I should confess something. Maybe
Yeah, what's
okay.
that?
Maybe this is a little confession time because I don't think we ever breached this subject. So one of the main reasons and one of the reasons why I was arrested is because I did have what was considered unlawful. Unlawful
bloodletting?
killings. Yeah.
Unlawful what? Sorry.
So we all know the law.
Killings.
Killings. So the law allows you to kill if you are being harmed. You have the right to defend yourself, right?
yeah, classic self-defense.
Every person I've murdered is in self-defense.
Right. So you have he says right, but then he looks over
Yeah.
realizing
Tero's
who said that.
Constantly smiling, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
um
Tero,
So-
I get economic harm. Yeah.
I need to pull one thing to make this statement. I'm pretty sure I said it right. Check. Yeah. So I had 4 counts of the usage of legal force, which you can have those be what they refer to as sanction acts, but there was a bit of added ferocity, is what they called it. So I was detained for that reason. So I understand where y'all come from. I get it, okay? We all come from different walks in life. So I want to explain that where my path has led me down from the option and the restraint that y'all seem to want to practice, and you do practice, Tero excluded. That doesn't include me. It never has. I mean, ever since I've been with the Order, there is a kill or be killed kind of mentality because of what we are, and what that means to certain people and to certain groups and circles. So I will work to step back, but the burden that Blanche had mentioned before of not having a bunch of blood on their hands, that doesn't carry the same hesitance with me, because of we all come from different areas, right?
Yeah. You said earlier that it was a charge of doing something extra with the bodies. Did you piss on them or something? What was?
No, it was ferocity. It was the way in which they were dead.
Brutal, man. Yeah,
You've seen how you saw what I did. I didn't do that
Right.
exactly, but if you imagine what a human version, what this form could do to a creature,
I mean,
on the same level.
I could just as easily have gotten that charge if anybody caught me.
What does that mean?
I mean, I'm cutting off heads and sucking brains.
Valid. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems we're all a little dark. Or at least some of us.
Yeah, I think the only other person
immediate surrender, just well.
Well, to put it quite frankly, I think the only person that holds the fairest amount of innocence in this group is Blanche.
Well, here I am, Southern Belle, just trying to make it in the world.
Have you even, not to try to keep a tally, but since we've been as a group, have you even dealt a killing blow on a creature?
Let me escape into my mind palace. Let me see.
Brain blast.
I think Penny Pup killed one.
I haven't been tracking kills this campaign because I gave up on that.
Yeah.
It's not important.
Valid.
I'll be honest. I don't recall. I don't believe
passes then.
Don't believe that I have dealt a killing blow.
And that's not. I'm not saying.
Look at me.
No, it's not. It's not to paint in a certain way. It's.
I've done.
There's a level of it where I would appreciate, and I will honor that fact. If that's the way that we want to go, if the banners and the colors of the Rime King, Rime Lord, whatever it is, the big dragon, if they are not being flown, or they're not being displayed, or they're not being utilized in a way that, are not being utilized by a certain group, then yes, we can practice restraint.
Because we see what the operatives look like.
But just think, what happens if we encounter a group, we sow this mercy. I'm throwing this out there just for consideration. We show this group mercy, right? They see a mind flayer, a flying bird, a dude with the multicolored robe,
on,
me
hold
who turns into a fucking dragon, and Sam, a tiefling.
Well,
So-
I got. Hold on. Now, why the fuck am I wrapped up with you guys?
Because you're going to be with us.
Yeah, but it's fine. What? Yeah,
I'm
but
not
that's-
leaving anybody out. We're a group
I think-
now.
But I
Yeah.
think
I ticked off everything that's weird about everyone else, and then you just call me a flying bird, man. Like that's,
A
just-
gliding bird. I'm sorry. You don't really fly, do you? You glide.
you know what?
I think
Yeah,
he truly flies.
What do you?
Do
What
you?
the fuck do you think these are for?
Yeah.
Ain't for decoration, man.
Well,
We've
I've only
seen
seen you
him
really do a
go
glide
up.
in motion.
No, he's just gone. I mean, I've seen him go up.
Maybe I don't look up when you're doing it.
There's a 20-foot backflip using the strength of the wings to just
Oh, you're really good at jumping too. That's impressive.
like floats down, just like
And floating down.
crossed. Okay.
Now go 20 feet and stay up there.
I'm not gonna just.
Please.
No, I'm not gonna just.
Okay. Then I'm going to believe that you're really good at
Okay.
throwing yourself up really high
I'm not
and
gonna
floating
dance.
down really slow.
I'm not gonna dance for you.
Well, look. Okay, that you're really good at that, Blades. You're really good at me distracting me from the point I was trying to make.
Okay.
Okay, we show mercy to this group, right? We say, don't fucking do that again. We're not your enemy. There's a bigger enemy. Blah 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 blah. Right?
Yeah.
We tote our high horse.
Sure,
Yeah.
we got hours.
So
We leave them
Uh-huh.
immediately. I do not discount the idea that they're gonna fucking go to the first outpost for the Rime King and
All right.
fucking report us.
how?
So
All
we're,
right,
supposed,
I actually have a big
supposed-
question.
so we're supposed to just be murder hobos? Like every time we
No.
run into someone, we
No.
just end them? Is that what you're suggesting?
They're
Blanche,
attacking us, sure.
I got something here. Okay. Rose gold.
Mm.
Have you ever been bar fight?
Have I done what?
Have you ever? You ever been in a bar fight?
Sure. Yeah.
Have you ever lost one?
Fuck no.
Well, that's your problem.
I don't
Right.
like to lose.
Right, but when you lose a bar fight and the other person gives you a drink, it's about a shared experience. It's about knowing your place in the world. There's something that happens there, and people are a bit more receptive to what you have to say. I've lost in a bar fight before. Hell, the person that brought me in, my old man's connection, knocked me out cold. Because I was getting a bit too flippant for his taste. But, I mean, the point is, like, when you beat someone down and you reach out an arm, it means a lot. So, that's why I think going a bit non-lethal to, thems that's corrupted by the, or people that aren't corrupted by the Rime Lord, Rime King, whatever we're calling them, I think it's only a plus. Yeah? That's just how I've seen it, what I've seen from my experience. From losing battles, you learn a lot. Especially if you're allowed to learn it by being alive.
I understand. I get it. I do get that, and I respect that outlook. But what happens whenever we harbor a level of notoriety? We are a big group. We are very particular-looking individuals.
Right. Well, that's where I come in, right? I mean, hopefully, I will develop a bit of a repertoire with my artwork. We can start putting some stuff around, changing people's
But
minds.
we don't want that.
We want to change people's minds. That's the end goal. I don't care what anybody else says.
So change their minds
got-
from what?
You got to make people see the oppression that they're living under. Some people, that's all they ever known. They don't know nothing else.
I think with the group that we're working with, your ideology on that is not fitting, or it will not fit with theirs. They don't want, I mean, obviously they don't want us going out murdering a fucking bunch of people. I get that. But they also don't want us creating a fucking trail that's going to lead right back to them.
Right.
So we're going to be
But
skirting a line of understanding when someone provokes and attacks us. Do we show our hands, or do we just kind of accept defeat?
Well, that's when we have to get principled, right? Like, what are our principles? Is it to just go up against a man, right? Up against the Ron King? If it's to go up against the Ron King, then we focus on that, and we do non-lethal to anyone else. It's about
Right.
focus. It's about
But then
discipline.
we beat the shit out of a group, and that's what I'm trying to say. We beat the shit out of a group. We win. We're victorious in our bar fight, right? They lose. We're like, hey, y'all need to understand this is not the life you need to lead, because just because you're being oppressed doesn't mean that you could act this way. Blah 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 blah. Right?
You're not the wordsmith, but I know what
I'm
you're
not.
trying to say.
I'm not either. I'm not saying that I'm going to be the one conveying this message. I would hope someone else would. Probably someone a little bit nicer.
I'll do it.
Right. but what I'm trying to get is that there's a level of it too where, I mean, if we keep on running into people and we keep potentially having these altercations, right, and we allow some to run free and we don't bully them, and we're like, hey, y'all win this one, and then the other group, there's going to be a level of it where there people are going to report in on us. There's going to be talks.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I don't think the goal is to, like, the goal isn't to just be like, oh, you win, we suck, bye, we're scared. I think there's more than one way to win a fight other than, ripping people in half. There's more than one way to, like, have a discussion other than to shout someone down and make them feel like they are indebted to you. There's a conversation, and I think we've just we barked a little hard on our first conversations all, and that's good. That's how you catch a rep.
And I'm going to be completely honest with you, Rose Gold. I mentioned this with Masquerade, but when I was flicking them coins, I was luring them closer. I mean, I was in your mode. I was just moving slower, right? I was bringing them closer and just going to hold them hostage, yeah? To just be like, all right, let us pass. So, I mean, I get it. Like, I'm not against any of the actions you did. It was actually, I mean, considering what we knew, best thing you could have done, right? Best thing. But, once the dust settles, it just went against us. So it's just about, like, maybe going into it with certain possibilities, yeah? And just, I think in the future, I'm going to try and keep an eye out. I'm not the best one for that. I got this mask on most of the time, and it doesn't really help with my perception. So, regardless, I think we should kind of keep an eye out for like intense and like insight into the altercations we get into in the future. But that's me, because I'm not satisfied with the last one. I said this to Masquerade earlier, but like I had some bad dreams last night, and that's like and you might just say that's my whole driving force behind this. Is just I had a brain, and it gave me bad dreams, which I mean they usually do, but these ones I'm just saying. I want to learn from this personally, so that's kind of gonna be what I look out for. Is do they run the Rime Lord's colors?
I mean, we're just gonna have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I will
obviously,
do my
if we see
part.
like an owl bear or something. I mean, there's no nothing
have
there. Save the brain, but yeah.
No, I'll be more conscientious of the actions that I'm taking and how they can make others feel.
That was-
uh,
That was one hell of a bite, like hells. That was You really, it left an impression. I could tell on everyone there.
everyone there, y'all. So yeah, I'll do my best to practice what y'all are preaching.
And myself, I'm, like I said, I'm not. My hands aren't clean. I was totally, like, in that same boat. So
Appreciate it.
right. Here's hoping no more bad dreams tonight. Oh please, all the gods. No more bad dreams.
Here, sleep with this. He's gonna toss him that coin.
What's that?
Buckle. The buckle. It's the what that like point about this big, and it has the hands that are outstretched like this with gold falling between them.
No, interesting.
Yeah, it's the
Yes,
belt
well-
buckle on the character art.
Cool. Abraham's gonna like give that a look, and like just take it as like a temporary memento for the night, and just kind of hold it in his hand while he goes to sleep.
Alright. Anything else for anybody?
I think after this conversation ends, I just want to go up to G before he goes to bed for the night.
Okay.
And just kind of like squat next to him.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been me.
What could have been you?
Those kids. That's what me and the circus were doing for years. They couldn't have been any older than I was. Doing all that shit. They're kids.
Yeah. I get it.
Do you?
As much as I can.
Alright. Good night.
Good night.
And yeah, I'll just stay at the doorway of the lighthouse.
Okay.
Share for the night.
Alright. And I guess, as you all, one by one, are claimed by sleep, that's where we'll go to break.
Off there you go.
So yeah, toodaloo for 10 minutes. Bye. Or
Bye.
break for 10 minutes. Bye. Break.
Jam?
So, you all wake up. Long rest. There's no sun because, you know, that doesn't happen.
Alright, okay. After Hrungar, what do you think?
Were there any hints of spiritual ghost activity during the night?
Sumaji smelled ectoplasm. That was about it.
Nothing creepy happening.
No.
Okay.
He left. There was almost a fight with a ghost, but it didn't happen.
because we were too respectful.
Yeah. Alright, so. You all set out from the lighthouse. And just because it is getting a bit late and for the sake of everything, it only takes about 4 hours to reach Hrungar. The sun doesn't come up yet. It's still 2 hours away from dawn. However, a cluster of buildings rises from the icy ground in a horseshoe pattern constructed from massive... I'm going to move this first. Ooh. So I know where we are. In a horseshoe pattern constructed from massive whale bones jutting skyward, stark across the snowy landscape. Beyond this settlement, to the west, stretches the frozen vastness of the Tinefall depths, and built upon the craggy bluffs near the ocean is a large manor. You all see a sign recently constructed just outside of the town limits that says the village of Hrungar, formerly Imladris. The whalebones form the sturdy framework for each structure, reinforced with timber, stone, and hide to withstand the relentless chill of the tundra. Around the town, tall lamp posts fashioned from whale ribs hold jar-like lanterns filled with whale oil, casting a warm, flickering glow. At the town center stands an imposing wooden statue of a colossal sperm whale entangled in a desperate struggle with hundreds of small whaling boats, some carrying figures swept into the churning sea. A plaque set at the base of the statue bears hundreds of names, memorializing those lost in pursuit of the whale, and noting that its bones were used to build the town. The townsfolk call this whale Hrungar, a name given by their giant kin ancestors meaning the old Leviathan. It also mentions to honor the beast, they built their town from its remains, with the belief that its powerful spirit lives on within the town and protects them, even though they killed it. Beside the statue stands a small wooden stage upon which a guillotine sits, cloaked in thick layers of ice and snow, evidence of long disuse. Strapped into the guillotine, and in preparation of being executed, is a wax figure of a plump, balding human man. Just chilling. Unlike the last town, or unlike the somber nature of the neighboring Nelduin, this town feels alive with activity, and worm patrols wind through its wide, snow-covered dirt roads. Neat rows of small wooden shacks line the path from the town to the distant shore, smoke curling from the chimneys and carrying the salty, briny smell of curing whale meat. As you all enter, about 30 feet ahead of you, and to your left, you spot a very old human man, his appearance rough and ragged. Heavy necrosis eats away at his extremities, likely the result of severe frostbite. His ears are blotched with deep red and blackened tips. His gaunt frame is draped in a patchwork of scavenged refuse, barely shielding him from the elements. His lips and chin are smeared with a vivid beet-red stain. He's rummaging through the bushes near a house and begins moving to the next house, and he notices you all. Pauses mid-motion, freezes, and then begins to approach, his wide eyes locked on you all. "Ain't seen any of you before. I'd leave while you can. Dark tidings come to all who linger here." And
What do you think?
reaches into his coat of stitched together scraps and pulls out a raw beet, and then just begins eating it like an apple.
What do you think, fellas? Think this is a, village soothsayer?
He's got stronger teeth than I would have bet on.
Yeah, his lips are just like perpetually stained with like this vivid beet red color. His fingers are, the tips of his fingers are like blackened and like necrosis from frostbite. His ears are starting to like wear away from frostbite. He's just eating a beet, looking at you all. It said, "Yeah, ain't seen any of you before. Leave while you can. Dark tidings come to all who linger here." And he's just eating a beet.
I mean, maybe you could give us some information and we can, scoot on our way. Like, what's the deal with that there waxy Thickman up on the guillotine?
Oh. Well, that there be... Oh, fuck. I forgot to read that. Never mind. Oh, that was the old mayor, Donal Craid.
Oh, so it's a wax figure of Donal Craid?
Follow me. And he leads you over to the stage. And he points to a sign that's kind of erected near, like, just on the stage itself, and it says, "The Execution of Mayor Donal Craid, 369 PR." So about 40 years ago. There's a plaque that explains the scene, and it says, "This display commemorates the final moments of Hrungar's former mayor, Donal Craid. After extensive investigations into the disappearance of locals, the worms uncovered that Donal had been abducting them and encasing the remains in wax and storing them in his cellar. He was executed on this very site on the 10th of Coldwind 369 PR. Following his efforts in aiding the investigation and with overwhelming community support, Eldrick Reinhardt was appointed Burgomaster of Hrungar and has faithfully served the town ever since." The figure is like a plump human man with a Friar Tuck style haircut and mutton chops, and the soothsayer, yeah, the old mayor, murderer, serial killer, turned people into wax sculptures in his basement. Just before Eldrick Reinhardt took power, the old mayor was executed. I believe the ghost of the old mayor is haunting the town, because every so often, he looks around cautiously, every so often, about every few months or so, someone goes missing without a trace, in the exact same manner as the previous victims did when the mayor was alive. I've brought information about these disappearances to the worms and about the ghost, but I'm the only one coming forward about it. And they keep kicking me out for disturbing the residents. He takes another bite out of the beet.
I wonder what that is.
You wonder what?
I wonder what that is.
Oh, the name's Scrappy.
Alright, Scrappy. I got a couple more questions for you if you indulge. I mean,
Yes, but
maybe.
don't linger. You might be next.
Okay. Well, maybe, is there an inn or a longhouse we could
Oh,
go?
there's an inn, but it also doubles as a museum.
A museum. Okay.
Hrungar's Hunt.
Well, why don't we go there and maybe we can buy you a bowl of soup or
Oh,
something.
I'm not allowed in the premises.
Why is that?
Because
You,
I stormed in the one night and tried to warn them of the ghost of Donal Craid. I screamed at them till I was blue in the face, and they kicked me out for disturbing.
Are you gonna scream right now if we go in there?
I'm close. People must be warned.
Well, okay. Do you, I'm just saying, you're looking a little chilly, my friend.
People must be warned!
Oh, that's all right. They kick me out every fortnight once they find me again. I wander the tundra, then I come back. On my recent adventure, I lost 6 toes on my left foot.
That is
6 toes on
Yeah,
one
no,
foot.
I heard you. Yeah, it's
He pulls off his shoe, and he's got just the big toe on his left foot.
oh, ooh, you.
Yeah, I did not ask for that.
It's the
visual.
cost of warning the people.
No, I think maybe or something. Do you have any place where specifically gathering evidence, or is this something you're
I see
feeling?
it. I feel
Where-
it. I've been here. I've been homeless here for 40 years. I see everything.
Okay. Well, I believe you.
You do.
Where are you seeing these things go?
Oh.
Going
Everywhere.
Okay.
yeah.
The people disappear.
Where is okay? What's the most recent one? You said happened recently.
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks. Okay. I mean,
But
asking-
when I brought it to the burgomaster and the worms, they said, "No. You are crazy and you're scaring people. Go away."
okay. So
They don't
where-
believe me.
Well,
And they won't check the homes because they think I'm just causing a scene.
Did you know the last person who went missing?
No.
Okay. It was about 3 weeks ago. Where were they? Where'd you see it happen? Where'd it go down?
I was peeking through their windows and they weren't home, but all of their belongings were still inside.
Okay, and which house was that?
He gestures to the one directly behind him that he was peeking through the bushes in.
Is anyone there now?
He like presses his face up against the window and looks inside. No. Just as it was 3 weeks ago, dinner's still on the table. To be fair, a lot of the people that live here do go whaling for weeks at a time. That's what
Yeah.
the burgomaster said, and the worms have been saying, and a lot of the other townsfolk have been saying.
Right, should we go to the pub?
I'll tell you what.
Tell me what.
Do you want to help me find the ghost?
Funnily enough, we did just have a debate about the existence of ghosts. So yeah, I think that would be a very
Perfect.
opportune.
You are
Very apropos.
the nicest people I have ever met.
Well, I mean, you just seem.
Mm.
He goes to he itches a bit of his ear that's like necrosis from the frostbite, and a piece of it kind of just falls off, and he goes, "Oh."
Yeah.
He looks down at it, that just falls into the snow.
Gross.
You, I mean, you can use the lectrum here, yeah?
I don't find any worth in money.
Right, alright.
This land is all I need. Well, I would appreciate all of your help in finding the ghost, and then they won't think I'm crazy anymore, and they'll stop kicking me out.
Yeah, I don't know how many more kicks you can survive, my friend.
Okay. Can you all meet me in this exact spot tomorrow morning?
I mean,
Or tonight. Tonight. Ghosts come out at night.
with all the, lack of sunlight, I don't know why they bother to go to sleep.
The morning, then. No, tonight.
No, let's
Tonight.
do whatever we can.
Tonight.
Why don't we go? Shit.
I
why
mean,
don't-
the night is in like 6 hours. So, 6-7 hours, right?
Yes. The night. That's when it happens.
Okay, are you sure you don't want to warm up a little? Maybe-
Oh, it's okay. Some people don't know that I break into their homes. It's okay.
Oh, all right.
Well, I don't steal anything. I just sleep in their beds if they're not home.
Okay. That's probably too much information that we care to know, but thank you for
You're
your
safe.
honesty. Yeah, because we don't own a home here.
Perfect. I'll meet you back here tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, we will look. You know, why don't you go ahead and just pop on in this place?
Yeah, he just lifts the window up and crawls in through the window. Closes
Right
it behind him.
Okay.
You can see him like walk towards one of the beds and just get in it.
Maybe we should like cross-reference for
Well, yeah. I mean,
truthfulness.
let's look back, right? So, what do you think? You think that this town is one of them rare instances where the Rime Lord actually sends his guards there to protect the people from a murderous burgomaster or ruler, or what do you think actually happened here?
Wait, where are you getting that?
That's why there was a beheading, was because the previous ruler was supposedly like doing some nefarious business with the locals, and
No.
it was the Rime Lord that sent in the cavalry to deal with him and arrest and decapitate.
Yeah, I don't think that's correct at all.
Right, yeah. That's
No.
that's what I'm thinking too. Something else is going on with the history of this.
There are a lot of
Okay.
worms here. You can see them like walking around and stuff. And the people don't seem afraid of the worms or freaked out by them. Like I said, when I described this place, much more upbeat than Nelduin was. Like the people get along with the worms here.
There's a certain amount of propagandizing or something that happened here within the history that gives the people a bit of trust in them. And I mean, upon arriving, it seems like this, display that they got of, previous ruler supposedly, killing the townsfolk nefariously in secret of some sorts, is then investigated upon by the Rime Lord's minions and decapitated. That's what I gathered from it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you just took a lot of words to say 3. All we need is sacrificial scapegoat.
That's 2 words.
Wait, hold on. Scapegoat is 1 word?
Scapegoat is 1 word. Yep.
Damn.
You were close.
Well, I mean, don't patronize me or
But
anything.
close is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades, but
The fuck is a grenade?
it's horseshoes and explosive devices. There you go.
Horseshoes and alchemist fire.
Yeah, horseshoes and alchemist
There we
fire.
go.
Horseshoes and fireballs. Look, yeah, I think if anything, I think maybe this was a coup to a certain degree. Maybe, I mean, I do feel
Maybe we should hold on. There's looking around.
right.
If we're gonna use a C word, we gotta maybe keep it up top.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
I think
saying.
maybe there was some. I don't think we can do this for everybody. But I think there was, if I'm being honest, I think maybe there was a. It could be that the original governor of Hrungar, the original burgomaster of Hrungar, was a plant. So the intention of something evil being put there for the good old Big Daddy to send his helpers to come down and to remove such a threat and place a figurehead in its stead with the understanding of, oh, look what we did for you.
Yeah. Next thing, all we know, Nelduin is gonna have the same story.
Well, Nelduin is fucking
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah, we kind of.
Blew it up.
But I'm just saying, like, it will. Like,
One day it might.
The same.
One day
might
once it
have the-
recovers.
yeah. I'm just.
I get
saying
what you mean,
that-
but I do want to kind of look into this because if there are people disappearing, that's kind of suspicious.
Something like moves in your peripheral vision, and it's Scrappy looking out the window to make sure you guys are like actually like doing stuff. He's like face up against the glass, just pushed up against it.
He's gonna. Someone's just gonna walk over to the glass. Kind of tap on it. Why not?
He taps back.
I'm gonna open the window.
Yes.
Is this the house of the person that last disappeared?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Funny you mention it.
Oh,
I was just thinking the same thing.
right. Okay, cool.
How'd you know they went missing 3 weeks ago?
A hunch.
So you're.
I could sense the. I have a sense of impending doom. Something is coming.
Yeah. I wonder why they took all of their whaling supplies.
Suspicious.
The ghosts took it.
Probably.
Yeah, you said they left a meal out too, like the dinner had just been set.
Oh, I ate it.
3-week-old dinner. Was it good?
No. I'm saying you ate it 3 weeks ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, what'd they have? They leave out conveniently.
We ate a lot of fish and whale meat. And that was about it.
How long ago? For the sake of me wanting a career in whaling, how long are they out whaling?
A month or two.
Got it. Okay, cool. So about 4 weeks.
Okay, and do me
Yeah.
one more thing. Do me just one more thing.
Yeah, sure. Scrappy's got your back.
Could you read around in there and find like a utility bill or like something that's got the address and tell me the name of the person who lives in that hut?
Wait, what's that?
Sorry.
I don't think they have.
Does anybody have like their name, like monogram towels? Can you tell me who lives there?
Some whalers, I think.
Yeah, but their name. Do you got the name?
Oh, not a clue.
You know what?
Scrappy?
It's
Nope.
okay.
Right.
They're gone.
Right,
They're
fellas,
gone anyway.
Fellas, I think either, this guy's got it mixed up and that these people are actually gone whaling, or the Rime Dominion's being a bit more competent in its abductions than what we saw in Nelduin.
Yeah, I think we need to maybe
Oh,
What's up, Scrappy? What are you doing? What's Scrappy do?
he's like looking around.
Hey, Scrappy.
Yeah.
Is there by any? Have you ever seen the people who have gone missing? Have you seen their stuff come back one day? Like suddenly their whaling stuff is, I don't know, back in their houses.
I don't know. I never break into the same house twice. Except this one.
Okay.
He didn't even recognize the one of our party members when he tapped on the glass, guys. Come on. This guy's clearly not of sound mind. Let's peel off and maybe he come back to this guy later.
Scrappy,
Yeah.
we want you to investigate this house, keep it monitored, keep it
Oh,
under surveillance.
Sounds good. Do you want me to sleep under the bed?
No, sleep in the bed. Be comfortable. While you're there, be as comfortable as you need to be.
Okay.
Lock
Takes
the
off his
door.
pants and shirt right in front of the window. Just bears it all.
There is what is called.
And he's got a little bit of frostbite on his tallywhacker.
And you let us know if
Get a fire going.
And you let us know if the guards do anything fishy too.
I can't start a fire. It'll alert the ghost.
Oh, right. Okay, well, just cover that thing up. Get some hot water going.
But you let us know if the guards do anything fishy, alright?
Why would the guards do anything fishy?
I'm just saying, you keep an eye out, eh?
Yeah, they come assing
You
around.
seem like you've got a good set of peepers on you.
You get like a better look. They're kind of got cataracts in them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, cross-eyed.
All right.
Wasn't you there to be?
That was an episode of Scooby Doo, and I love it.
All right.
You got a long nose, Mr. Birdman.
All right. I'll sleep in their beds. Then.
All right. Closing the window.
Shh.
Just closing the window as he's talking, debating, and just.
You can still hear him. Like you can still see him like silently like mouthing his.
Good night, Scrubby. Goodbye. Good night.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's still standing there naked, just not doing anything. And he just crawls into their bed and just stares up at the ceiling.
I don't know about you lot, but that was thoroughly entertaining.
Still don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah,
Alright.
of course not. I mean, I ain't seen one
No
yet.
way it's a fucking ghost.
It's a good story, though. I
Yeah.
mean,
Y'all want to
Tell kids at the campfire right now.
Shall we go to the museum and see if anybody's got more ghost stories to tell us?
oh yeah. Great idea.
As you guys walk away from this house, you can hear some clattering and shit going on inside the house.
Oh boy. I think he's gonna set himself up a fort.
I think it's cold.
Or set
Yeah.
himself on
Hopefully.
fire.
Yeah. I don't think that one has long for this world.
Said he wasn't gonna make a fire though.
Yeah, the ghost would find out. Yeah, you guys find your way towards the inn, the museum. It is enormous, built within the great skull of a whale. Its structure winding in and around the massive bones.
Okay, yeah, we go and try and make our way.
Now, this is impressive, right? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. That's a big whale,
Yeah.
is it not? It's the biggest one. I mean, I've never seen.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if some of that shipwreck we were by, if some pieces of that, somehow were created by this here big old whale,
It is monstrous, that's for sure.
Let's go in and, geez, maybe we'll get a drink, maybe we'll get a little tour.
Alrighty. You open the door. The interior is warm and inviting. The front counter decorated in small trinkets, once used on whaling hunts, now displayed as charming relics of the town's history. The entryway has two doors, one leading into the inn on the left, and the other is closed, bearing a plaque that reads Museum. And from behind the counter steps an Odoben, a walrus-like humanoid who stands upright, draped in fine hides, and wrapped in a thick boar-hide scarf. Ah! Welcome to Hrungar's hunt.
Hey, how's it going? What's your handle? People call me Blanche.
Yeah. One sec.
No worries, I get it. Sometimes I have to take a step into my mind palace to remember what's going on up there.
Fuck. What's the fuck's this dickhead's name? Oh, there we go.
Over the drawbridge.
Hello, my name is Osten.
Osten.
Welcome to Hrungar's Hunt, an inn and museum honoring the titular hunt over a century ago. If you're here for a room, drink, or any comforts, please head into the inn and you'll be helped in no time. If you're interested in the tour, perhaps, it's just 1 silver piece per person.
I don't know if we're gonna do the tour tonight. How often you guys? It looks like it's closed right now.
Oh, the tour's for private, like for groups, so we do it per group. So currently there's no one doing it right now.
Okay.
Well, we've been traveling for quite some time, so I think we want to get a little Get a little grub, get a little sleep, and then maybe consider the museum.
Maybe there are refreshments during the tour, like a tasting. Ask, yeah, for me, yeah.
I'm a little bit with Rose Gold. Maybe we we unburden our weary travel feats, and then we maybe do the tour later.
Right.
No, well, no, I mean, seems like you are reluctant to do that.
No, that's fine. I'm excited about the tour.
You could do it yourself. I mean, you're more than welcome to if you want to do it. If you're excited for it, BB, go ahead.
Right, I mean, there's none all.
Is this all like a mental talk? Just out of
Yeah,
curiosity. Okay,
for-
so the walrus guy's
for-
just standing
for-
there in silence then.
Well, other people are talking.
Yeah, we're talking. We have to talk to BB, but talk quietly.
Because I don't know if Kate can see us. That's why I'm not sure like if this is like working
No,
out.
I just can't see me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, BB and Masquerade, y'all two do the tour because y'all. That's kind of y'all's vibe. Blanche, myself, and
Tero.
Marzipan.
Oh,
Nope. Yep, Marzipan. We're gonna get rooms and we're gonna get some drink and we'll reserve us a little table and y'all just join us after. How about that? Y'all tell us how good it is. If it's really good, we'll do our round.
Yeah.
But look, I'm still gonna tip you a silver just for helping. And he's gonna hand the walrus the Oban.
if I'm giving them the tour, I will not be able to serve drinks.
You serve us drinks first and then do the tour.
Of
Okay,
course.
Okay, we'll do that.
The
then,
bar does take precedent.
obviously.
This is like a one person operation.
Oh, it's Tero. Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're a bartender and a docent. That's
I own the establishment.
Okay.
So, yeah, give me something stiff, and then let's do this.
All right, first is his taverns, and he leads the three of you who are going to the tavern into the tavern. This expansive two-story room is filled with tables crafted from the remains of small shattered whaling boats. Each table is a small plaque embedded into its surface, engraved with the names of sailors who served in this very boat that were lost at sea during the hunt for Hrungar. The seating is built right into the table sides, resembling the bench seats of old rowing boats. So basically, you sit in rowing boats at this bar. On the ceiling, a large net is suspended, draped with decorations from the whaling trade, harpoons, ropes, and floats, all remnants of the town's whaling heritage. The bar counter stretches almost the full length of the ground floor, lined with stools made from repurposed barrels. There's a fireplace in one corner, and above it is a thick glass case which displays a massive piece of ambergris, measuring roughly 4 by 5 feet. The air in the tavern is thick with the mingled scents of stale ale, brine, and roasting aquatic meats. And he can lead you through the tavern to like a table, and as you like walk, you overhear people talking, just about life in general. Nothing super interesting. However, the three of you that are in the tavern overhear someone say, "Oh, did you hear? I heard the Rime King's giving a speech in Volkill in a few days to address the growing problems of the Vanguard." And then another person says, "Oh, is that? Oh, it's about Nelduin, yeah? Yeah, he wants to address the public about the destruction of Nelduin. Apparently, they've discerned the identity of the party responsible." "Oh, that's interesting. Huh? Should we go?" "Yeah, the Rime King never shows his face in person, so it's got to be serious." And that's what the three of you hear as you're led to a table by Ostin.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
You and did you follow then? You and
Well, yeah, because I was gonna get a beer and then.
oh, I thought you guys were gonna wait at the.
It's all one person. Right?
Okay.
So my talk with the person that's doing the whole thing anyway.
Okay, I thought you guys were waiting.
Sorry. Yeah.
Quick question: Who do you know? The house, that house that we passed on the way here. There was a window that was open. Do those people? Are they coming? They're whalers, right? Are they coming back? Are they returning? The window was opened. It didn't seem like anybody was home.
They left about 3 weeks ago, so they should be back in a week or two. The whalers are usually gone for about a month or so.
Got it. Okay. Well, I think maybe someone should go close that window just because it's just open.
Okay.
Okay. I'm looking out for this.
I'll
your people.
I'll get the worm to look into it.
Yeah. Sure.
So real quick.
He looks over at the bar and you can see there's somebody sitting at the bar in armor. Apparently the house over there, the Dugan family, when they went whaling, they left their window open. The worm gets up, puts his helmet on, and walks out.
Just a cough and a stomp real hard on his.
And then Ostin.
Stomp on G's foot, a cough and a stomp on his foot, and just whispering, just going, the fuck.
Ostin leads you to a table.
Fuck, excuse me.
Drinks for everybody. Our drink menu consists of blubber brandy, mulled mead, mulled wine, grog, and brown ale.
I'll take some brown ale.
Yeah. That's just the only suitable option for me.
Well, do me a wine. And Abraham goes and trails the guard.
Interesting. Make a stealth check.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I didn't think they'd send a fucking guard out there.
Wait, hold on. Oh, if he's leaving, we don't have the mind connection.
So
120 feet, so...
It'll be dipping out. There won't be a connection at the house.
Yeah, but there's time.
Sipping a drink, just saying. So you don't fucking rat on someone, so then you get the fucking G-Man involved. Now he's all up in your shit.
Oh God.
Stealth check for Abraham.
Can I tell you how I'm doing?
Sure.
That? Okay. So I'm essentially just, and I'm not saying I won't do the stealth check, but I just want to say how I'm doing it. So, essentially, I'm waiting till they turn a corner, and then I go up to that corner, and then just wait, and then wait till they turn another corner.
Okay. So the bar is packed full of people, so it's going to be hard to do that and not raise attention to yourself.
If it's a bar full, I wait till I leave the bar, and then leave.
Okay. Stealth check then.
Okay. Not bad for
9. Not too far outside of the bar, the building. The worm stops. Turns around.
He just holds his hands up and shrugs.
And can I help you?
Shakes his head. And then just turns left and then walks that way to the left.
He's going to start following.
Okay.
Keeps keeping about 20 feet back, just slowly following.
Cool.
You still have your connection with us?
Not for much longer.
I'm like skirting the law. Essentially, what he's going to do now, what Abraham's going to do, and what he hasn't done yet, is he's just going to go around the outside of the bar.
Okay.
Essentially doing around the bar. And while he's buying time doing that, he's gonna be like, alright, well, this guard's on me for some reason. I just looked back at me and I turned left and now he's trailing me. That's weird. I'm gonna head to the house and see what happens.
Are you wearing your mask?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Sumaji. Hey, Rose Gold.
Yeah.
we're not back in maybe 10 minutes, come get us. Take the brown ale, splash it on my face,
Oh,
and then just walk outside.
all right.
Okay.
Just walk outside and go, hey, woo! Hey, man, where'd you go? And kind of stumble, but towards where I know he is. I'm trying to actively look like I'm a little in the bag.
Performance or deception?
Give me a second. Right now, it's gonna be performance. Yeah. Here's that performance roll.
Yep.
It's 8.
Okay.
Woo! Yeah. Dang! I have had too many to drink. I am a little intoxicated, and I do need my friend to come back with me to help stabilize my walk-in. Where could he be?
So as I'm walking around,
Maybe a helpful worm could point me towards my friend.
as I'm walking
Right.
around,
I am making a big show
You know,
of it.
there's worms everywhere, so another one will approach from like a nearby street.
okay.
So if someone does see me, they may know that I'm like kind of playing it up.
Yeah.
But I'm just friend.
The other one's gonna walk up. Who's your friend? What do they look like?
He's got a cool mask on. I bet someone could point me to him. He's a mute, and I just I need help because I've had too many to drink, and he's a lot more stable than I am on these old rickety stems I got.
But gang, I'm going to an isolated before I get out of range. I'm just heading to an isolated place to just take this one guy down.
I'm trying to find you to stop you from having to take anyone down. I'd like us to not take a person down. It's the goal. Listen, I'm not trying to fuck with the G-Man, but we're fucking with the G-Man right now. And I think we should maybe not
Alright, I'll
with
loop
the
it back.
G-Man in this town.
Yeah, I'll loop around and then come back in.
Okay. He's still following. He's still 20 feet back.
Great. I don't I don't want to let on that I know I'm being followed, but if it's very obvious, then it's very obvious, and it's just like, okay, whatever. And then he's just gonna take a lap and then go back inside. Because ultimately, a guy leaves a bar, and then this other guy turns back and looks at him, and then he shrugs, and then just walks around the bar and goes back in. So, like,
He noticed you following him. That's why you're suspicious.
And then starting to circle the building in a circular pattern. For some other reason. But eventually you go back into the building and he stops following and heads back to the building that Ostin mentioned to go check out and starts heading off in that direction.
There you are, baby. Whew. Next round's on me.
this place has way too many guards.
Yeah, that's why I thought perhaps kicking the hornet's nest this early would be a bad idea.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to tell you what to do, but fuck me.
Yeah, but, I mean, that one guard is probably gonna do whatever to that, first person we meet here, and we stick the dogs on him. Right?
Yeah, I'm not happy about that either.
Well, I mean, whatever happens to him, it's on us. Yeah. So I mean, if we're not gonna do anything, then I guess we're not gonna do anything.
What you think just killing a guard, or even incapacitating him, having the whole city on us, is gonna be a good thing? It's also, not to be a total dick about this, it's not technically on us. Someone in the party spilled the goddamn beans all over the table.
Was it me, Jesus?
I just listen. I can't. I can't stand by when that happens. I need to do something.
Well, like I fucking said before, I guess go do whatever you want, man. Like, if you gotta do something, you gotta go fucking do it. I was trying to just keep us together, keep us on the same page. It's not a fun page. Not right now. Not when we gotta fucking hide all the time. But if you wanna fucking go, man, fucking go. I'm gonna go attempt to get some of this fucking frozen beer off my face. Maybe get another one, but, you know, fucking do what you gotta do, man. Go back inside, go get a beer.
Okay.
Go clean up a little bit. And blow our fucking cover, whatever, man.
Yeah. Abel go out of the bar.
Okay.
He wanted to do this thing, the tour thing, but yeah, now he's just out of the bar, and because you can see that other building from the bar, correct?
Yeah, it's like 2 blocks away, but you can see it.
Yeah, he's just gonna go outside the bar.
You will be out of your mental link range if you do go there, though.
Right. But he's gonna go outside the bar. Is there a bench anywhere outside the bar?
Oh, everywhere, yeah.
Okay, he's just gonna sit on a bench and look in that direction.
Okay. You see the worm kind of approach the window, sees it open, closes it, and looks around and then walks away.
Alright. He's just gonna sit there and quote unquote cool down. Because
Okay.
he was pretty hot.
So Scooch, you walk back into the bar, and Osten's like, "Everything all right? Do you need another drink?"
Oh yeah, shit! I spilled mine all on my front. Maybe I could use one of your towels there. And
Oh, of course. He hands you a towel.
thanks, man. Sorry about that. Oof, I'm all beaks today.
Oh, that's fine. I'm all tusks most of the time. And he's gonna walk back to the table and set the drinks down for those that are there. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. We do have food as well, if you're hungry. And if you're so curious about that tour, just let me know.
Yeah, we will let you know, my dude.
And he turns around and goes back behind the bar to start helping like other customers and whatnot. Just leaving 4 of you. And you can still like overhear the conversations about like people theorizing why the Rime King's showing himself now, why he's going to full kill. And that conversation seems to sort of like spread and dominate most of the murmuring through the tavern.
I don't think we should stay here longer than we need to.
Yeah, I agree.
When did they say that? When did they mention? Is it being mentioned when it's gonna?
They just said like in a few days, and that he's gonna be in Volkill to address the public about the threat that the Vanguard's been posing lately. And you overheard somebody's mention, "Oh, it's probably about what happened in Volkill." And then somebody said, "Oh, I heard they've figured out the identities of who was involved."
slow sipping on my drink.
What was that you were saying about maybe just living at the lighthouse from now on? We could all just go live at the lighthouse.
Seems about right.
Yeah, at least the lighthouse is confirmed not haunted.
Now, there was something there.
I don't think so.
I could sense it. I have a thing about these things. Hey, where's BB?
Oh, he's outside, and that's kind of shitty to him. He's not happy about it because I told him to not.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think that guard would get up and go do that.
Yeah, it was a little loose-lipped of you. Sorry, I feel like I'm coming down on everybody.
It ain't. Yeah, I realized that I said the wrong thing. I honestly would have been like expecting him to have to say, "Well, I'll go check it out later," or whatever. I didn't think he'd get the guards. I didn't actually think he'd do that.
BB, it seems like he's got a real hankering for some,
Maybe he's hungry.
No, he's eating. No, I don't think he's gonna. Well, shit, no, maybe.
The last meal that he had apparently wasn't. I mean, it wasn't the best. So.
Yeah, and he's feeling certain ways about that. I just want to make sure we're gonna do something. I want to make sure we're making a choice to do it, not just stumbling into having to fight all the time. Well, shit. I mean, I'm not scared of a fight. I just don't think. Shit, we barely been here an hour, and we had already, walk into killing people. Like,
yeah. I mean, it would have felt bad if he would have gotten arrested, I mean, he would have been kicked out, and then he would have wandered the wilderness like he's done before, and it would have came back, missing 6 more toes on his left foot again.
Yeah, I feel like that's Scrappy. Fucking BB and Scrappy'd have start a new wandering tribe around this town.
I'll apologize, I guess, to him because
I think BB'd probably eat Scrappy before they got back here.
I don't know if he'd want that.
I probably wouldn't be like the most satiating meal he's had.
What do you think? No, I don't want to talk about whenever he's not here. I'm curious though about his dietary needs before he met us. Like, how do he fulfill those things? Anyway, I'll ask when he gets back.
Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, how long are you sitting outside and kind of just watching this house? I think you're muted.
I'm also escaping the joint for a place for a new mural. Somewhere in a little bit of a back alley, but it would still definitely be visible by people in the daytime. But someplace that might be safe to... I'm looking at guard patrols, things like that.
Yeah.
This is where guards might not pass through when it's actually dark.
Yeah.
During the hours. Yeah.
Okay, the guards. It's this town is a huge supply of worms. Like for a town this small, too many. So they're constantly patrolling every nook and cranny. It looks like every little alleyway between buildings. Like they're scouting, but not really paying attention. They're kind of just walking around, absent-mindedly. While you're watching, though, because because you're staying outside and looking at this, the house is 2 blocks away. Yeah. As you're like kind of scouting all the streets in your vicinity, looking at like place where you could put a mural. Oh, the statue of the whale would probably do it. Maybe the side of the inn, some other houses, whatnot. And then, as you kind of like look, you're scanning the environment. The front door of the house is now open.
I don't see anyone enter or leave.
No, it's just you look over, and when you like look back at it, the door's open.
And so far, all that Abraham saw was the guard going over and shutting a window.
Shutting the window and walking
You
away.
actually watched them.
Yeah, like he fucked off somewhere else.
Okay, but now the door's open.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'll see that as a strange thing, and just squab on it.
Okay. Are you still gonna like watch the house?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's casing the joint, so he's looking back because that's intriguing.
How
But-
how long do you want to do that for?
Honestly, for about
I'll say you've only been
he's
outside
still-
for like
he was ready.
yeah.
He was ready for a beatdown. So like he was cranking himself up to like fucking go down and beat someone to a pulp.
Yeah.
So he's gonna take like a half an hour
All right.
to just like sit out in the cold.
Okay. So I'll say at this point you've probably been outside for like 10 minutes. Like the whole exchange with the worm, him walking off window and then going back inside or leaving. Just as you're about to like get up and move on,
Yeah.
you see this bearded man, well kept hair, wearing like thick hides, looks ragged, like he just got back from something arduous, and he's got this huge sack over his shoulder, like a huge sack, probably like I can't show on camera, but pretty big, and it's slung over his shoulder, two hands, and he's like struggling with the weight. He walks out of the house, closes the door. You see him pull out a key, locks the front door, and then just starts.
Wait. Sorry. Does the stuff that he's wearing resemble anything of the dude that we saw along the side of the road on the way here?
Oh no! This guy's wearing what looks like
Like the dead guy? Okay.
no.
It's like a town of ghosts.
This is a whaling town, so everybody's wearing kind of stuff you'd wear while whaling on like a freezing ocean. That's what this guy's dressed like, and you can see he's haggard from probably spending a lot of time at sea, and he's carrying this huge like sack over his shoulder, both hands, exits the house, closes the door, locks it, and then starts strolling down a side street out of your sight.
Yeah, how far away is that?
From where you are, it's still like probably like a block and a half away, so pretty far away. Probably like 100 and some odd feet.
Outside of normal spell ranges.
Yeah.
Okay. What direction he's going?
I'd say he'd step out of the house and he would have taken a right and is going down a side street out of your view.
Okay.
He'd be heading. So he takes a right out of his house, he'd be going north.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going, Abraham, he dabbles in, like, the metaphysical stuff out of entertainment.
Yeah.
This just seems like a rational, the guy came back, the whaler came back,
Mhm.
and he wasn't missing at all.
Yeah.
So, rationally, all this stuff checks out.
Okay.
Based on what he was presuming in the first place, is that dude was crazy, and this dude finally came back with his stuff.
Okay. And yeah, he appears like he didn't even notice the crazy homeless man sleeping in his bed.
I mean, Abraham would just assume that he left or something like that, because everything else just kind of like logically it just makes sense that the crazy person was crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that guy walks off, and you get
he
up.
takes note of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy walks off. You get up, and as you get up from the bench, are you headed anywhere specific? Back to the tavern?
He's heading back in. And
Okay.
He's just relay the same.
Okay,
information.
so as you get to you walk you walk like your block halfway, so you walk half a block back to the tavern, and as you're getting to the front door, you open it, and you hear someone scream about a couple blocks to the north.
Is that in the direction of the building? Or?
The direction of where the direction of like the house, but a little bit to the north of it.
Oh, lads, got a scuffle out here. I'm not involved yet, but I might be to the north. I'm walking in that direction.
So you all get that message boop, in your heads as you're drinking.
Bring my drink.
Should we go after him?
Of course, if Abraham gets killed by himself, we'll all feel terrible, won't we?
Yeah, gonna follow suit. Gonna get up.
Plus, this would be Sumaji's fault.
All right. Chug back a bevy, and
That was a joke.
make their way out.
Tero doesn't. I don't know what Tero would drink. So yeah, Tero will follow as well. Abraham, you start. Are you waiting for the others?
No.
Okay, so you start drilling off. You can see a crowd starting to like. You can see people like curious about the commotion, like running, like moving down the street as well, kind of forming a little bit of like a big crowd. And the rest of you can see Abraham kind of dip down a side street, so you all can follow. Yeah, you can hear the clamoring of a crowd. All of you can start to hear the crowd now. You can hear people go, "Oh my God, how'd that happen? That's so terrible. Why would he do that in public?" And you can't really see what they're talking about. Do you guys start to push through the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I'd probably look at Penny and wouldn't say her name, but I'd be like, stay with Rose Gold, and then I would take off and try and hop from like roof to roof to get a better angle
Okay.
on it.
So as you're all like pushing through the crowd to get a better look, you're hopping rooftop to rooftop. Hanging from a tree, kind of in the center of town, there's like a small little park where like some stuff has been planted that shouldn't grow here. So there's like a dead tree that's just been planted to like give some sort of decoration to the otherwise barren town and landscape. And hanging from the upper branches of the tree, is none other than the crazed, beet-eating vagrant Scrappy, lifeless and swaying in the breeze. And that's where we're going to end the session for the week.
Not Scrappy.
Scrappy.
What will we ever do? I don't know. I feel partially responsible, but not really.
I mean, you should feel fully responsible.
I don't, because the guard that went and checked closed the window, and that's that. And that's all
Yeah, that
Sumaji
guard,
was at fault for.
Abraham saw that guard fuck off far away.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.